Do not worry.
Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry live stream. I'm coming to you solo from the heart of Lebanon. Sorry, we got a little cold. In the 09. I'm your host, Anthony. Did I already say that? Sorry, guys, I've been away for 4 days. It feels like forever. 4 days feels like a long time in streaming days. It feels like 6 months. This is going to be a different live stream. Kind of, we're talking about something we don't normally talk about. The Pope visited Lebanon. The Pope came to Lebanon, folks. The Pope was here. What up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Lead says you won't make it. In what way? How's everybody doing? We're going to be talking about the Pope visiting Lebanon. Lebanon putting on a show for the Pope, not just for the Pope, for the whole world. Lead says, where do you live in Lebanon? That question scares me. Why are you asking, Leads? What do you want to know? Hello, everyone in chat. I've missed you. North Star Radio's in chat. What up? W's. Jim D. Dukers. Hello. Pokhra Joy. Hello. Eliza. Hello, Eliza. Ali. Hello. Lagging Games. Hello. Israel is taking more of Syria. I know. It fucking sucks. They're going to take parts of Lebanon, too. They're taking parts of South Lebanon. But, folks, the Pope's visit to Lebanon is about to solve all of that. Curly KT. Hello. Zaytoon Zero. Hello. Karma Caddy, greetings from Finland. Hello. Basim, hello. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. It's a little hot now with this. What's going on? Kind of stressed out. Ugh. We're not streaming after a while. Here, let me just share this on Instagram real quick. Because I need you so. Oh shit. Why can't you hear me? Oh, I'm playing. Hey, what's up, guys? Maki's not here. So we're going to be talking about the Pope came to Lebanon, folks. There's Pope madness in the country. Pope madness. Just, one. I should have done this earlier. Boom, 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 bang. We done. Okay. Before we get going, and we're going to react to a Nas Daily interview that he did. Some horrible propaganda. Real quick before we get going, let me take a second to thank our lovely patrons and our lovely channel members. Without you guys, the show would not be possible. So let me just take a quick second. As you guys will notice, kabam! We have a members goal of 350 by the end of December. We're at 322. So if you guys want to support the channel, a great way is to join our YouTube memberships or join us on Patreon, where we drop. Members get one exclusive live stream every single week, which is then uploaded as a video onto Patreon. Let me thank some of our God-tier patrons, Ilya Mujabir and Daniel Nekhle. Superhero patrons like Khawlan Ahmad, Bonnie Bunge, Jordan M, Rhea D. Blonde patrons like Lipton Ramen, Katie did ASMR, Ishamantni, Melissa, Haifa and Hiba, Megan Lowndes, Nobody 99 and Ahmad M, abductee patrons like The Pigeon, Wax Wolf, Bad Pierogi, Yip McYib, Polish Pusher, Jim D. Dukers, Caitlin Kelga. We love you all so much. And let me thank some of our lovely members like Marina Animus, who's been a member for 9 months. Amazing Lovers, who's been a member for 7 months. Wonderland Joey, who's been a member for 1 month. Thank you so much, Wonderland Joey. Whimsical Wanderers, Ellen5871, El Bronco, Scout 5678, I Am Safo, Megor Maggie. Thank you so much. Rave, Maxwell GT, Jessica Z, Wubby TL, Bad Pierogi, and Kami Mammy. Thank you all so much. We love you so much. Your support is crucial to the channel. Jim D. Dukers just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships in the live chat. W's for Jim D. Dukers and Honk Big just also joined the memberships. We got 6 new members right there. Well, thank you guys so much. We love you guys. So if you guys want to support us, via super chats, via memberships, gifting memberships, we love you. Whether you're a paying member, whether you've been gifted a membership, we love you. If you're a brand new patron, if you've been a patron for years, we love you so much. You guys make sure we can keep the lights on over here. You guys make sure we keep the bills paid and we can keep the crew paid. So thank you so much. But you don't have to do any of that to support the channel. It is more than enough for you guys to simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a Do Not Warrior. If you're watching the live chat, engage in the live chat, join our Discord. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment, leave a like. And yeah, we'll love you forever. And thank you very much. Matthew Valeska sends $5. Mexican R. What's an R again, Matthew? I know this is not a movie stream, but the best Pope movie is technically Elite Squad. That is true. That is true. What was the other one? The Conclave? That was pretty dope, though. That was pretty dope as well. You know, Leeds, how much do you pay your crew? That is confidential, you know, Leeds. That is confidential. But they get paid pretty well. For the amount of work they got to do, they get paid pretty generously, I would say. You can ask them if they're happy with what they get paid. All right. With all that out of the way, what else is there? Ooh, one more thing. One more little shameless plug. If you will allow. Do not worry gaming. Bam. Bam. The link is pinned on top of the live chat. If you guys are interested in gaming. Reals. Ooh, fucking awesome. Where are you watching from? Spain? Reals. How much? No, reals. Wait, reals. No, that's reals is Spain euros. Reals is Saudi Arabia. No, that's Saudi reals. Look at me, Spain. Silly me. Okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, the gaming channel, folks. The link is pinned on top of the live chat. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Dizzle McFizzle is asking people to like the stream. Exactly. 54 people watching live and only 15 likes. Do not worry gaming. Now we're going. I want to play Dispatch. Are you guys interested in Dispatch? Let me put a poll in the live chat. I posted a poll on the like community tab, and you guys, most of you guys wanted. I'm thinking of doing the first episode of Dispatch on this channel, and then we continue the rest of the game on the gaming channel. Should I play Dispatch? Bam. Yes, no. Start poll. Real is Saudi. So I was right. Ba-bam, ba-bam, bam. Matthew, thank you so much. All right, y'all. Dispatch, like a story type game. It's kind of like it's kind of like a Telltale game, essentially superhero themed, adult themed, shit like that. Anyways, let's get into it, folks. We're going to be talking about mainly about the Pope's visit to Lebanon. We're going to be showing off how the Pope, how Lebanon greeted the Pope, and then we're going to talk about Nas Daly's interview with LBC. And if we have time to react to a few more things, we will do that later. Ali Donning says, I voted for an anti-Zionist congresswoman here in Tennessee today. Well, hell yeah, let's go, Ali. So first we're going to get going into the Pope. Pope Leo visited Lebanon. Now, folks, I'm not a religious person. I mean, I went to Catholic school. I'm technically Christian, but I myself am like an atheist / agnostic, etc. I'm also pretty cynical about all these sorts of things, like the Vatican. I'm not a big fan of organized religion. I'm not a fan of the Vatican. The Vatican is responsible for covering up a lot of pretty heinous things that the Catholic Church has been responsible for, mainly a lot of sexual assaults on children by a lot of priests in a lot of countries. So I'm usually not a fan of those types of things. Again, for the most part, you can chalk this off as a massive PR move, a way to distract the population as war approaches. There's a war with Israel on the horizon. Again, they want to disarm Hezbollah. They want the Lebanese government to disarm Hezbollah. The Lebanese government is incapable of disarming Hezbollah. Hezbollah is not going to willingly give up their weapons. And Israel has been bombing the living shit out of the south. And they've also started bombing the southern suburb of Beirut, Dahiya, in an escalation. They're waiting for the Pope to leave. As soon as the Pope got on the plane and left, by the way, you could start hearing drones buzzing all over Beirut again, and in the mountains of Lebanon, etc. So I myself am not a fan of organized religion, but I'll be lying to you if I said that like I wasn't kind of moved, and if I didn't find these 4 days extremely wholesome. Like the country basically closed down in honor of the Pope. Like the roads were closed, businesses closed, everybody had like 2 days off, just in anticipation for the Pope's visit, so that people can, the roads were going to be closed, so it was going to be hard for people to get to work and back to work, etc. So, billboards all over the place. We're going to watch a lot of videos. You're going to see a lot of. I'm going to try to make you guys live the experience that we lived here in Lebanon with the Pope. So, as someone who is not religious, I myself was still kind of. I found the whole thing to be kind of moving, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm getting older. It was nice to see Lebanon put its best foot forward because they know the eyes of the world are on them for just a brief moment. You know what I mean? those who are interested, the world is looking at Lebanon because we're hosting the Pope. So it's like the government and the people really wanted to show the world the best side of Lebanon. They wanted to really put their best foot forward and show them the Lebanon that they don't think that they get to see enough of in the media, etc. When people talk about Lebanon in the media, it's usually in the context of Hezbollah, Israel, war, death and destruction, etc. So I found it kind of wholesome and kind of sweet how everyone is trying their best to represent their country in the best way possible. So I found that to be, you know, just kind of adorable, honestly. I also found it kind of sad because it's like Lebanon is begging the world to not kill us, essentially. Like, hey, look at us. We're like, we can be good people too. We have like a people of faith as well. We can put on, we can host people with dignity. And I don't know, we have a huge population that is very religious. It's kind of like asking the world to look at us in a different light, essentially. And I'm not saying that like Christianity is like Islam is incapable, Muslims are incapable of asking the world to look at them in a different way. I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying it's like it's just asking the world to look at us in a different context. And with this looming war with Israel, the clock is fucking ticking. You can sense, literally, I'm telling you guys, as soon as he got on the plane and left, you could hear the drones buzzing over Beirut again. I shit you not, I fucking heard it myself. I was in Brumano, I was with my like my girlfriend in Brumano, in the mountains where you're not really supposed to, like, you know, where you would say that like there aren't drones flying around. They were. So it was kind of it's kind of sweet in a way and kind of sad because it's like, hey, don't kill us. Matthew sends another dono, says, well, my rays are from Brazil. Oh, there we go. That's right. Brazil, yo. So yeah, I do know the Vatican. Some people are saying the Vatican is sus, etc. We know. No one here is defending. I'm not here to defend the Vatican. So yeah, why did the Pope come to Lebanon? The Pope is here as part of like his like pilgrimage every year. Usually, don't they travel to like a bunch of countries? He's going to Turkey. But anyways, I'm not really trying to. I'm not here to defend the Pope himself or the Catholic Church or the Vatican or anything like that. It was just nice to see Lebanese people get a break for 4 days, trying to focus on something else. And even though it could be a distraction in a bad way. I think Lebanese people need every distraction they can get, and in this case, it was kind of a nice distraction. Everyone unifying to put their best foot forward, show the Pope a good time, try to show the world that Lebanon is a country that matters historically. You know what I mean? Whether or not you're religious or not, like, again, I'm not religious. I do believe in Jesus, like the historical figure. I do believe a guy called Jesus walked the earth. He walked in Lebanon, performed miracles here in Lebanon. Like, we have some of the most ancient Christians in the world. Lebanon is an ancient Christian land with a lot of rich history. So the fact that Israel is just allowed to bomb the living shit out of us, forget the fact that they're killing people and destabilizing lives. They're also ruining historical religious sites, holy lands. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go around doing that. So I'm going to try to be not cynical. I'm going to try to be as uncynical as I can, and to watch this and enjoy this, and to try to show you guys a side of Lebanon that you might not get to see all the time. It also felt good, like, to see, and again, I went to Catholic school. I was fucking slapped by nuns. I had, like, my hair was, like, this long when I was in high school or middle school. I had a nun, like, pull me by the hair. I was slapped by a nun for having long hair. Priests, fucking, I'm not a fan of necessarily nuns and priests, but, like, it was kind of, like, to them, meeting the Pope is like meeting, I don't know, man, like, Michael Jackson, or maybe that's it. Actually, that's kind of bad comparison. But, like, for priests and like, Haram Matrin, like, you know, like in Lebanon, they don't get a lot of funding, man. Like, poor little nuns, like, living in the fucking mountains, getting to meet the Pope for them. It's kind of insane. It's like the Super Bowl, man. So, anyways, I got suspended for calling the Pope a nonce. Where did that happen? Ryan says fanatics. Anyways, let's just watch a little bit of the Popes coming to Lebanon. The show we put on. Oh, before we get into that, actually, okay, I'll get into that later. Fuck it. Let's jump into the Pope first. So this was 1990. This is footage from 1997, folks, when John Paul II came to Lebanon. Like, that's the last time I was here to see a Pope coming. I remember being a little kid, waiting in the street, holding my little Pope flag. It was a big deal back then. I used to be religious when I was a kid. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys. I went to Catholic school, and then I saw The Exorcist. I remember that scared the living shit out of me. So I became religious out of fear. Essentially, I was like, please, Jesus, I don't want to be possessed by the devil. For the longest time, literally because of The Exorcist, that movie scared the living shit out of me, and I started praying every single night not to get possessed by the devil. Then I remember watching Passion of the Christ. That kind of scared the living shit out of me. Not scared, but like, just, dude, the story of Jesus is so disturbing. Like when he's getting whipped and nailed to the cross. Like, can you, like, they made us watch the, like, Jesus of Nazareth as children. People make kids watch the Passion of the Christ. Like those whipping scenes, that was like extremely traumatic as a child. Like that was extremely scary. So I think once I rewatched Passion of the Christ, I became religious out of guilt at that point. Like, holy shit, like that man suffered so much. And I started like praying again. I remember for like a few months after that. But it's essentially the peak of my Christianity in my life was fear and guilt. That's what made me religious when I think about it, actually. Fear as a child of getting possessed by the devil. Pazuzu, to be exact. I mean, hey, we didn't know it was Pazuzu until The Exorcist 2. And then guilt, because all those whipping scenes and him getting chained by the cross. Anyways, so this is 1997. Let me try to raise the volume. Sorry, guys, 1 second. I haven't streamed in days, so my whole computer setup is like whack. Raimi, the Vatican has covered up a lot in its history. Oh, absolutely. Again, guys, we're not going to defend the Vatican. You're not going to get me defending the Vatican for a single second. Although I will defend Pope Francis. I like Pope Francis. I thought Pope Francis was kind of dope. Pope Francis was in communication with the church in Palestine and Gaza almost every single day when they were getting mercilessly bombed by the Israelis. So Pope Francis, I think, is a goat. I kind of wish if he came to Lebanon, I would have made an effort to go try to see him. Catastrophic says it's so brutally violent. Lol, I saw that when I was 10, and the same thing, it guilted me to being more religious. Exactly. How can you not? Like, you know, you're watching Passion of the Christ and like the whipping scene in Jesus of Nazareth. It's a way older movie. It's not that bad, but Passion of the Christ, where they like literally put the metal shards on the whips and you've got chunks of flesh getting ripped off the dude as he's getting whipped. I'm like, holy fucking shit. That shit was brutal, man. And like pools of blood, like it was extremely violent. It was extremely gnarly. So, and again, no need to talk about Mel Gibson and all that. So anyways, here's some facts about basically Lebanon that some of them I wasn't even aware of. That's like why it's a big deal religiously. I'm going to mute this because there might be a lot of copyright. So John Paul Pope II declared Lebanon a holy land. Pope Francis declared Lebanon as an official pilgrim destination. Pope Leo will visit Lebanon as one of his first official visits outside the Vatican. Discover the reasons why Lebanon is so important to the church and Christianity. Lebanon is mentioned more than 70 times in the Bible. I didn't know that. I knew Lebanon was mentioned in the Bible. I did not remember that it was mentioned 70 times. So, again, this is coming from a non-religious person. It's just impressive. It's pretty dope. Go Lebanon. Let's go. I'm gonna be very proud of Lebanon today. I'm gonna be cheesy. I'm gonna be cringe as fuck. Okay. Allow me to do so, all right? It was nice seeing people happy in the streets. I saw people standing where I was standing when I was a kid, waiting for John Paul II. Just people hoping for better, man. And there's a video of a lady saying, like, we're murdered people. It's very sad, honestly. Lebanese people need support. So, as sad as it is, the fact that the Pope came and gave people hope, man, and before we go into another war, if it made people happy for just 1 second, if it made people forget their troubles for just 1 second, I'm not going to let my cynicism get in the way of that, or get in the way of people's happiness. You know, people were super happy. People were super fucking happy. So it's very sweet. It's a very sweet moment for Lebanon. It was a nice 4 days. I'll be honest with you guys. It was a very nice 4 days. The mood was different in the country, and Muslims and Christians came together. We're going to get into some cheesy, corny things. Yasu'a al-Malak. The cedars of Lebanon are seen as God's trees and mentioned many times in the Bible. Let's go. The cedars, folks. The cedar in our flag. Our beautiful flag. Home to Kana, believed to be the place of Jesus' first miracle in South Lebanon. So this is fucking... And Kana, by the way, is being bombed to shreds by Israel. So Kana, it is the place of, again, if you believe in miracles, whether you believe in miracles or not, Jesus walked in Lebanon, yo. Jesus walked in these lands that they try to tell you are Israel's lands or terrorist lands. Let me tell you something. Jesus Christ walked on these lands, okay? So eat shit according to Jesus. Home to Mardouche, where Mary waited for Jesus. Oh, that's beautiful. Again, Mary waited for Jesus. Kadisha Valley, a UNESCO protected site known as the Valley of Saints and one of the most sacred sites in Christianity. Yeah, Lebanon is considered like a pilgrimage site for Christians. Like if you were a true Christian, you were a true man of God, you got to come visit Lebanon. You got to come see the sights. Jesus ministered in Lebanon, Sidon, and Tyre. One of the oldest Christian communities in the world, Peter and Paul evangelized Lebanon before spreading the gospel to the world. Exactly. Like, dudes, again, whatever people believe about Christianity, again, I'm not religious, but Lebanon has some of the oldest Christians in the world. We're neighbors to Palestine, my man. Jerusalem is right here. Karine. So we were among the first converts to Christianity in the whole fucking world. We are some of the most ancient Christians. Did Jesus walk the streets of Kansas? Did Jesus walk the streets of fucking London or Paris? Hell no, baby. He was right here with the Browns, with the hairy brown people in Lebanon. So y'all can say what you want about being Christians and shit. Jesus fucking walked here, motherfuckers. All right? I can go right now and walk on the same grass, the same dirt that Jesus walked on, where his followers, Peter and Paul, evangelized. I can go stand where Mary stood. All right? So, take that, America. Phoenician Christians helped spread the gospel to Cyprus, Greece, Rome, North Africa via the sea. Yeah, sorry, Ethiopia. The Bible is named after Biblos. Damn, I'm learning shit. Really? Lebanon preserved Christianity during centuries of persecution. And Lebanon is one of the only Middle Eastern countries with a significant Christian population at this point. Every other country is vast majority Muslim. Lebanon is still about like 30 to 32% Christian, which is massive. And that dropped a lot. Like 50 years ago, I think Lebanese people were like, no, sorry, like 100 years ago, Lebanese people were at about like 50% or something. A lot of them are leaving. A lot of people are leaving in general. Lebanon has the largest Christian community in the Levant per capita. Wait, I believe, did I miss something? Ooh, Matthew sent another dono. Says, the only pope I cared for was Francis, and he was Argentinian, so you can imagine the charisma he had. I loved Francis. Francis was the man, to be honest with you. Pope Francis was really like, set such a great example. And he kind of expanded what the church was tolerant towards. You know what I mean? So I think he was a good representative of the Christian faith, generally. You know what I mean? And again, I've grown as I get old. Like when I first became an atheist or agnostic, like, I was kind of a douche about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would make fun of Christianity. I would make fun of Christians. I would like try to debate them and like, you know what I mean? Like I was kind of an asshole about it. But then eventually you grow out of that phase. And I'm at a point now where I just respect all religions as long as they don't harm other people. And people don't use religion to attack other people. Do you be happy? I know religion brings people hope. In a country like Lebanon that is decimated by war, economic turmoil, whatever msibah, whatever catastrophe you want to think about, it has hit Lebanese people over and over and over again. If religion brings them a little bit of hope, I don't have a problem with that. And it gives people something to look forward to and all that sort of thing. There's a very ugly side to religion. We don't need to get into that, guys. Again, atheist. Over here. Like, yeah, people like Ricky Gervais, for example, never grows out of that phase. Ricky Gervais still feels like someone who just became an atheist and wants to rub it in everyone's face. Oh, you believe in God, do ya? Oh, yeah. It's like, dude, get the fuck over yourself, man. Okay? Lebanon is home to... Wait, what? Lebanon is home to saints recognized globally, especially Saint Sherbet, known as the modern saint with the most miracles to his name in... the world. Our boy Sherbet, I think we also have Edise Rafa and Hardine. How many saints do we have? 3? I can name 3. Sherb al-Hardine Urafa. Lebanon preserved Syriac, Aramaic languages spoken by Jesus, and Maronite liturgical heritage. Yeah, our masses, a lot of them they use Syriac. Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. Also, Aramaic, which is the language spoken in the Passion of the Christ. So my dad, you guys know I'm half Assyrian. My dad is Assyrian. I am the prince of Assyria, the descendant of Malik Kambar Dovarda. As you guys know, I have the sword handed to my great-grandfather by Haile Selassie. We don't need to go over the whole thing again, but anyways. So my dad speaks Assyrian. He speaks the language. And when he watched Passion of the Christ, where they used Aramaic, the language spoken by Jesus, my dad understood like half of that, man. The language is very similar. So we are doing our job. MT25 says, hi, all. First time in the chat. Love to Anthony. Love to you all. Love to Lebanon. Hello, MK. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the community. Hope you have a good time with us tonight. I'm not getting the sword, guys. I'm not getting the sword. Lebanon protected Christian monasticism from extinction. Biblical prophecies about Lebanon. Isaiah 35:2. Lebanon will rejoice and blossom. God, I wish, bro. Isaiah, please. Hosea 14:5-6. Lebanon's fame and fragrance are metaphors for God's blessings. Wait. There's a guy called Hosea? Isaiah and Hosea. Okay. Let me not make jokes that'll get me in trouble here in Lebanon, folks. Lebanese people do not take kindly to jokes about Christianity. It's something we're going to talk about at another date. I'm going to try to make a video about that. Psalm 29:5. God's voice breaks the cedars of Lebanon. Ezekiel 31. Lebanon cedars are a model for greatness. Let's go. Let's go, baby. What else we got? Lebanon is not just a country with faithful Christians. Lebanon is one of Christianity's foundations. Foundations, folks. Matthew says, please tell the sword story every opportunity you get. Hey, I squeezed it in there. You saw me squeezing it in there. Matthew, thanks so much for the dono, Matthew. Okay, so here, just let me show you how the streets look, essentially. Let the popes visit. So this is basically all of our roads have been adorned with billboards, massive billboards. This is like outside of the airport when you're driving, when you're leaving the airport. Guys, literally everything. I saw a Spinneys billboard. Spinneys is a supermarket chain. There was a massive billboard outside of Spinneys, branded Spinneys, by the way. They made sure to leave the branding in there, like, hey, Pope, Spinneys, the home of good deals. Come on over. Wrap that Pope mobile around and get yourself a croissant from Sophie de France. You know what I mean? Get yourself a Spinneys branded mango juice. It's insane. There was even like a hotel chain trying to like promote discounts for the Pope. But like all of Lebanon looked like this. Every billboard converted to greet the Pope. Billboards, look at that. The Pope, the Vatican's flag, Lebanese flags. Blessed are the peacemakers. Just Pope stuff everywhere, folks. It was like Comic-Con, but Pope-Con. Imagine San Diego for Comic-Con. All the nerds walking around in their cosplay. This was Jesus cosplay. People were celebrating. Having a good time. Look at that. Okay, you see this? These tunnels, they literally repaved the roads. They've spent the last month and a half repaving the roads. This is like near my house. You see the walls here? They changed the tiles. They retiled the tunnels. These tunnels have been in shit condition for years. Years, folks. People have been getting into car accidents here very often. Usually a lot of drunk driving. But anyways, like the roads in Lebanon are very unsafe. They literally repaved the roads, retiled both tunnels, relit both of them. They erected a statue of Saint Sherbin. All of that just to greet the Pope. Just because he was going to drive by there. He was going to drive by there for 10 seconds. Like, whoosh. They fucking spent a month and a half repaving the roads. That's literally... Rami says, Pope Comics. I legitimately owned a John Paul II Marvel comic book. Look it up. I owned it and I gifted it to someone. Like, I bought it like because it was funny. I was like, holy shit, there's a Pope comic book. I bought it off of eBay and then I gifted it to a friend of mine who was actually genuinely religious. And I was like, you know what? Like, it made her so happy. John Paul II Marvel Comics. Look it up. It exists. So the tunnels were fixed. All it took was the Pope coming to Lebanon, folks. Lebanon is all set to welcome Pope Leo the 14th to the country. What else we got? Look at this. The theme of Pope Leo's visit to Lebanon is "Blessed are the peacemakers," but few believe it will achieve much. It's been crisis after crisis since John Paul II visited Lebanon in 1997, at a time the country was trying to recover from a civil war. And exactly, if anyone thinks this is going to lead to anything positive, it's insane. But it gave people hope for 4 days, and literally as soon as the Pope left, drones started buzzing all over Beirut. We're fucked. We're fucked. They're going to bomb the living shit out of us. People are saying it might happen before Christmas. Some people are saying they might let Christmas pass. I think they're going to start doing it before Christmas. They're going to escalate. And we're kind of fucked, man. We're kind of fucked. You know, Netanyahu wants to stay in power. Anyways, let's focus on the Pope. La, 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 la. Pope, Pope, Pope. Oh, look. So look at this. This is a video kind of showing you what everything looks like. You're going to have to mute that. This is driving from, like, the airport, like, all across Lebanon. Billboards everywhere, y'all. You got your billboard everywhere. Little ones, big ones. Look at this. Isn't that insane? Alibaba. Anyways. Kind of crazy driving around. The roads were empty as well, which was very weird. Complete empty roads in Lebanon. You don't need to watch this again. This is very similar. Also, crowds of Imam Mahdi. Okay, come on. I get it, Grok. I get it. So these are basically Hezbollah supporters also waiting in the street to greet the Pope. And people that try to paint them as intolerant, or they're like, it's a war against religions. Muslims versus Christians. Muslims versus Judaism. The Muslims hate the Jews. Look at that. You got Hezbollah supporters in the streets, waving Vatican flags, holding pictures of the Pope. You got little scouts, little young Shia Boy Scouts, waving Vatican flags. You got this little kid here. There's a picture of a kid like holding it. Look at these adorable kids. These little scouts, man. Look at this. How crazy is that? Like, where else do you see that shit? You know what I mean? Like, now you got Americans going all crazy against Muslims. You got to get rid of all the Muslims. Send them home and their families. Look at this. Meanwhile, Muslims in Lebanon carrying Vatican flags and being respectful to, like, a Christian leader and showing love, showing respect. How fucking awesome is that? This is so adorable, man. Look at these kids. Little well-behaved, little Boy Scouts. Look at that. And Hezbollah even put out a statement. Hezbollah's message to His Holiness Pope Leo. We're going to read the whole thing, folks. Look at that. They put out a whole ass statement. I'm going to read the tweet, the actual tweet. That way, it's a little bit bigger. You guys can read along if you want to. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, His Holiness Pope Francis, Supreme Pontiff of the Catholic Church, dear Pope Francis, with all due respect, greetings. Firstly, we express our complete welcome and high appreciation for your position and for the visit you have made to Lebanon. This beautiful country, which God has endowed with a geographical location and a diverse sectarian organization within a framework of one life and general harmony, which are two necessary characteristics for the stability of its political system and national security. Your predecessor, Pope John Paul II, considered Lebanon not just a homeland, but a message. And the fact is that Lebanon, with its diverse composition, represents a civilized link between the followers of the two heavenly messages, Christianity and Islam, and between the followers of religious, cultural, and secular trends in all countries and continents. When humanity is at the center of attention of all religions and even ideological trends, it is possible to look forward to achieving permanent peace and security. As we read in your directives and messages, with utmost care for human rights and their necessity to be respected and protected, those rights transcend individual aspects to a broader circle, which is that of nations. What the world witnesses today from conflicts is due to some people's evasion of any commitment or recognition of other people's rights, whether because of differences in religion or color or race or language or interest. It is not hidden that some people's disregard for human rights, whether they are leaders or parties or sects or countries or organizations, revives and nourishes trends of greed and control and tyranny and resorting to force instead of resorting to justice. The tragedy that Gaza witnessed in occupied Palestine during the past 2 years, which continues, is a tragedy caused by Zionist occupiers' persistence in stripping Palestinians' rights in their land and homeland and determining their fate. This tragedy also stems from international neglect in adopting justice as a measure for finding solutions for ongoing conflicts between owners of land on one hand, who are rightful owners, versus aggressors on another hand. Similarly, Lebanese sufferings resulting from Israeli occupation over parts of their land, continued aggression against them, threats against security, attempts at controlling water resources, attempting forcing Lebanese into submission under conditions set by Israel without limits. There is no doubt Israeli occupation enjoys unlimited support from major powers sharing expansionist ambitions, disregarding regional populations' rights altogether. What Israel did against Palestinian population amounts, as described, genocide, whereas actions taken against Lebanon constitute an ongoing rejected aggression. We seize this opportunity during your blessed visit, confirming adherence on our part, coexistence, consensual democracy, maintaining internal stability while protecting national sovereignty, standing alongside army and populace facing potential aggression and occupation alike. Furthermore, we commit ourselves righteously rejecting foreign interference, seeking imposing tutelage upon nation and populace, undermining national decision-making authority granted constitutionally. Our creed asserts Jesus Christ's followers uphold love messengers, safeguarding human dignity, hence expecting your holiness stance, rejecting injustice and aggression faced by Lebanon at hands of the Zionist invaders and allies alike. This concludes what we entrust you during This concludes what we entrust you during visit embodying concern, love cooperation. Did ChatGPT write this last paragraph? This concludes what we entrust you during your visit embodying concern, love, cooperation towards all Lebanese, wishing comfort, safety, praying God grant oppressed worldwide justice, relief, and peace. They're just missing commas. With best wishes, Hezbollah, Lebanon. Well, very sweet little letter from Hezbollah. Who wrote this? In Hezbollah, we don't know. It's Hezbollah in general. Paz, hello. Anyways, very sweet. Very sweet. Okay, so here he is landing. Bam. Here, listen to some Arabic, folks. Did they actually fly the plane with flags on top? Is that safe? Like, do planes actually fly with flags like that? Here's our boy the Pope. And keep in mind, Lebanon is a poor-ass country. Okay, we don't have a lot of money. Chris sends $2 and says, monthly Pope visits boost Lebanon's infrastructure. Exactly. If we can get the Pope to come to Lebanon once a month, all roads will be paved. Let's take him over the whole country. They toured him around, so they fixed everywhere they knew the Pope was going, they fixed. Now that he's seen all of those places, next time he comes, we take him somewhere else. So start paving other roads. Here's our president, our boy, Joseph Hon. Salutations to our president. And again, Lebanon has a split parliament, essentially. They split power, so the president in Lebanon has to be Christian, Maronite Christian. The prime minister has to be Sunni, and the speaker of the parliament has to be Shia. That is kind of how and then a lot of other positions are also split amongst different. For example, the head of the sports department has to be Shia, for example. It goes down the line like that.
خرج البابا لون رامي معي الأب بروفيسور جورج حبيقة النائب العام للرهبنة المارونية بالاستوديو والخوري البروفيسور باسم الراعي أستاذ الفلسفة.
Shaking hands with our president.
إذن هنا نسمع وإياكم لعدة أسباب. أولاً
boom. Okay, we got some more. Wait, let me see what's up here. Our first lady. Our president, first lady.
Le président Joseph Aoun, élu en janvier 2025.
Le président Joseph Aoun. Nabi Abedda, guys, the less said about this gentleman, the better. Let's just say, let's just say I don't want to go to prison. Let's just say he's been accused of some things. His family. Listen, the Pope bless him. God bless everyone. Americans don't take your freedom of speech for granted, okay? Unless you're criticizing Israel, then you have no freedom of speech. Or criticizing Trump, or criticizing ICE. Actually, you don't have freedom of speech.
Salut le chef du Parlement, Nabi Berri, son épouse.
This is our Prime Minister, Nawaf Salam. Also, he was the head of the ICC.
Le chef du cabinet des ministres.
Pope comes from Chicago, I know, but he doesn't have like much of an American accent, I noticed.
Nawaf Salam et son épouse, ainsi que le patriarche maronite Béchar Araï, le patriarche cardinal.
So that's his welcome here. He also drove past the southern suburbs of Lebanon. He drove past the southern suburbs of Lebanon, Dahya, which Israel just bombed like a week ago when they did their assassination attempt. And look at the people waiting in the streets to greet him. These are all Shia Muslims, folks. The vast majority of the people here are Shia Muslims. You can see veiled women carrying Vatican flags. Like, just how sweet is this? I don't know, man. I find this so wholesome. Whatever you want to say about Hezbollah, whatever you think, like, this is such a nice sign of respect. I think this is dope. Shit like this, like, people say that Lebanon, look at all these religions living side by side in Lebanon, and sometimes it's cheesy and stuff, but like, in moments like this, you kind of feel it. Chris says, Nabih Bidder, the eternal vampire. Basically. I don't know what children blood he's been drinking, but he's been around for a while. Doing his thing. Here's some more footage of him driving by in the evening, again in the southern suburbs. Look at all the people, man. I find that to be really fucking dope. We got some more Pope coverage. Here, what's happening here? Candid moment. The Pope blessed the traditional Armenian offering of bread and salt. Okay, so he met with Armenian priests who offered him bread and salt. He wasn't sure what to do with it. I guess he had to eat it. I think he asked, should I eat this? Cute little wholesome Christian lore moments. I don't know, guys. This is cute, isn't it? I know. I wanted to get Joseph to react to the Pope. Dude, you know what I should have done? I should have done 3 days of Pope coverage with Joseph Merab. Like, other news stations had, like, whoever, like, speaking on it. I should have had Joseph sitting here, me and him just watching the Pope all day. But I had some... It was not possible to do. Yeah, Chris, you got your people here. We got your people here.
Yes.
Chris, explain. What is this?
Thick piece of bread.
Brother, it's like, is this French baguette? Did they get him a piece of baguette? What kind of bread is this?
Not too much.
Yes, too much. Do I eat
Not
it?
too much.
I eat it?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Do I eat it? Yeah, you gotta eat it, Pope. Come on, Pope Leo.
Thank you.
Crafty, we're doing Pope Watch, exactly. We're doing Pope Watch here. It's Pope Watch. Look, صحتين يا بابا, صحتين. Paz. Thank you, Paz. Thank you. Trying our best.
A bless?
Yes.
Oh, it's a brioche. Okay. They gave him a brioche. Also, they changed the SIM service. Only Lebanon, the SIM service name on most mobile phones was replaced with one message, Welcome Pope Leo. So instead of saying like 4G LTE, it said Welcome Pope Leo. And by the way, like, they were apparently, the Lebanese government was testing 5G during the Pope's visit. They were testing 5G for the first time. Who knows why? What the fuck? Were they trying to impress the Pope? Did they get some kind of funding? I don't know what the fuck was happening, but they took advantage of the situation to apparently test 5G. I don't know what that means. I don't know why. Is there some weird conspiracy? Is there something in the water? This is kind of cheesy, kind of corny. Could also be staged, but we're gonna read it anyways. This guy called Colm Flynn says, I just experienced a beautiful moment here in Beirut, Lebanon. I was sitting in a coffee shop in the city, watching live coverage of the Pope's arrival on my laptop. Across the room, I noticed 2 young men huddled over a phone. Curious, I walked over and realized they were also watching the live images of Pope Leo landing in their country. To my surprise, they told me they were both Muslims, and they warmly invited me to sit with them so we could watch it together. When I asked what they hoped the Pope's visit would bring to Lebanon, they answered simply, peace. Let's watch this video of Muslims happily watching the Pope. Again, it's like this whole thing is like, please don't kill us. We have Christians here. We have nice Muslims that also respect Christianity. Please respect us. Don't let Israel bomb the living shit out of us.
What is your name, my friend?
Hussein.
Hussein.
Muhammad.
Muhammad. And you're telling me you're both Muslims.
Right.
And why are you watching this on your phone here in Lebanon?
Something new, Salaha.
I can't even see. Can you guys hear well? I lost my power. Pope, bring the power back. Oh, Jesus. يا يسوع الحياة من دونك موت يا يسوع الحياة من دونك موت يا يسوع والموت فيك حياة يا يسوع والموت. What is happening to the power? Can you guys hear?
Something new.
Yeah, and for peace, you know.
Great step to Lebanon.
Great for Lebanon.
Yep.
I was sitting across there and I noticed you holding the phone and I said, I wonder are they watching now, the Pope arriving? That was right. So what do you think, what do you hope it will achieve, his visit to your country?
Peace, to be honest.
Peace.
Yep.
And the end of the war.
There we go. Fucking fine. Sorry, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. You see, guys, we lost power. I asked Jesus to help me. Took some time, but eventually came through. Brother Jesus came through. Could you guys hear this?
Hope so.
Okay, guys, hey, thank you. And enjoy a good coffee.
So this totally real story of this Christian man who saw these two strangers huddled. He approached them like, hey, you guys Muslim? They're like, yeah. He's like, can I sit with you and share your story? And look, there's Muslim people drinking coffee in the back. You see this coexistence, folks? Christians, Muslims in the same coffee shop. Who could have thought it could happen?
And my friend
Hussein.
Hussein.
Muhammad.
Mohammed. And you were telling me you're both Muslims.
Right.
And why are you watching this on your phone here in Lebanon?
Something new, Sarah.
Something new.
Yeah, and for peace, you know.
Great step to Lebanon.
Great for Lebanon.
Yep.
I was sitting across there and I noticed you holding the phone and I said, I wonder are they watching now, the Pope arriving?
Dazzle716 says, can't stand you, lol. You talking to me?
That was right. So what do you think, what do you hope it will achieve, his visit to your country?
Peace, to be honest.
Peace.
Yep.
And the end of the war.
Hope so.
Okay, guys, hey, thank you. And enjoy a good coffee here as well. I've had a coffee.
At Brio.
Bam. The Pope bringing everyone together. This kind of made me sad. So look, the papal plane received special escort from the Lebanese government, all part of the warm welcome for Pope Leo. So these are, like, I believe Lebanese jets, okay, escorting the Pope's plane to Lebanon. You know, cool, sweet, wholesome. But the internet didn't seem to think so because they started making fun of our Air Force and our old-ass planes. And this essentially became a meme. Like, why the fuck are your... Look at this guy. Lol, are those Spitfires? This guy's laughing right there. What the hell are those? We have another post where it actually shows it off a lot more. The comments are going to be in Arabic. So this person says, the Arabs in the comments making fun of the jets are hilarious because if you have better ones, why didn't you defend Gaza? Why did you sit in shame while the resistance that doesn't even have planes preserved what's left of the dignity of Arabs? Just a bunch of bootlickers. I couldn't agree more with this lady. Shago. And I'm just going to try to read some of the comments at the bottom here. Making fun of our jets, folks. Making fun of our jets. All the love to our Lebanese Air Force. So this person is asking, Grok, what model are those planes? Let's see what Grok has to say. هذه طائرة هي من طائرات A29 Super Tucano? What the fuck? What is this? Does anybody know what this is? Anybody know what kind of jets we have? They're all making fun of our jets, essentially. Astaghfirullah al-azim, la ta'liq, like no comment. This guy says this is like their Amazon delivery planes are just laughing at us. Look at these assholes. Dazzle says, yes, because you were being sarcastic about Jesus. No, I enjoy this show. Definitely not being a hater. Relax, y'all. I wasn't being sarcastic about Jesus. Jesus, taking the wheel. Take it from my hands. This one's for One Saliva Bubble. Cause I can do this on my own. I'm letting go. So yeah, they're making fun. Don't make fun of our airplanes, okay? We're not allowed to have better jets. Who's gonna give us good jets? We got no money. We just spent all our money repaving the roads so that the Pope can drive over them. Okay, this money could have been spent in many different ways. They've been spent for the Pope. They've been spent on the Pope. By the way, I made Kung Fu Jesus. I made what is arguably the most religious Lebanese movie in like the history of movies. Are you kidding me? I got priests that watch my movie. Priests praising it for the message. So don't you be worried. If anyone here can comment on Christianity, it is I who has spent personal time with Joseph Merab. And if you don't know who Joseph Merab is, who is the Lebanese Jesus, essentially. Not Lebanese Jesus, like, you know. The way I describe him is he's the closest thing to a saint I've ever met in my life, personally. Joseph Merab. So I'm the director, as the director of Kung Fu Jesus, I may say what I please on the matter of Jesus Christ. Respectfully, of course. I will always respect Jesus. Anyways, fuck those people for making fun of our planes. And Jesus taking the... So that's pretty funny. These are some Hezbollah supporters carrying the Pope, the picture of the Pope with Hassan Nasrallah, and while doing ba-bang. You all know what that means. The Israelis come in like this, but they leave like this when they try to take the South. Crafty says, I'm newer here and you keep dropping your lore today. I'm like, I must know more. I mean, yeah, I did. You can, Crafty, the documentary is actually subtitled. It's called Kung Fu Jesus. It's in Arabic, but it's completely English subtitled. You can watch the whole thing. Here's the Pope chilling with the president, walking. Look at that. 2 G's, folks. 2 G's. Let's go. Our president. Look, I like our new president. I'll be honest. Like, he's kind of appointed by the U.S., so you know what I mean? He can't really ruffle any feathers. Let's be honest. But I kind of like him. He seems like a pretty nice guy. Seems pretty respectable. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, man. Being the Lebanese president is like a thankless fucking task. If I'm honest at this point, like, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. What are you going to disarm Hezbollah? You know what I mean? Like, if you disarm Hezbollah, you're seen as a traitor. If you try to make peace with the Americans and the Israelis, you're seen as a traitor. If you don't disarm Hezbollah, you're seen as a traitor because you're seen as a collaborator with Iran. Like, what? No, but the more I think of it, what is the Lebanese president to do, really, for people to, you know what I mean? Like, it just kind of seems like it's a lose-lose situation. It's a lose-lose kind of gig. Why would it's like hosting the Oscars. Why would you want to do it? You're just going to get hated for it. Honk Big, I do want to watch Kung Fu Jesus together. I do plan on doing a live stream reaction of the whole documentary. They call me Mimar. Says, I'm an old subscriber here. I haven't watched this podcast in months. I missed it. Yeah, hello, Sahara. They call me Mimar. They call me Mar. Welcome. Welcome back. We're doing Pope Watch. Pope reactions. Anyways, our president with the Pope walking around. Oh, this is kind of... Okay, look, again, I don't like nuns. I've been hit by nuns as a child. When I went to Anthony Ghazir, Sœur Dominique, I'll never forget you, Sister Dominique. She slapped me in front of the whole, like, assembly for having long hair. I'll never forget you. You horrible person, Sœur Dominique. She was like the head nun of the whole shebang over there. She was the head nun of the Sisterhood of Nuns. Sœur Dominique. Let's look at a picture of that lady. She might still be alive, I'm not sure. Sister Dominique, Lebanon. Bro, that lady. This is not Monique, Dominique. Dominique. There's gonna be pictures of that lady. I'm gonna show you pictures of a lady that slapped me as a child. There she is. There she is. Oh my God, Sister Dominique. Pillars of Lebanon. Oh yeah, pillar. Hey, I'm not gonna say anything disrespectful. She's a servant of God, a servant of Christ. But she slapped me when I was a young boy in school. Where's her picture? Let's just open the picture in a new window. There she is. The nun that slapped me in front of the school assembly because my hair was too long. Sister Dominique from Antonine Sisters School. Yep, that's the lady. That's the one. Smacked me right in the face. Right in the kisser. No, Marina says no sister should slap a child. No exception. I know, right? It wasn't that hard of a slap. It wasn't that hard of a slap. Let me say it. Okay, it wasn't a very hard slap, but it was embarrassing. She slapped me in front of everyone because my hair wasn't long. It was like Beatles length, like the Beatles. Like that was considered long in fucking Catholic school. You know what I mean? Horrible. Anyways, that's Sir Dominique. Don't miss you. Don't miss living under your tyranny, your tyrannical ways. It's not the first time I bring her up on. We'll get to that later. So anyways, here's Pope Francis meeting. Pope Leo visits the monastery of Carmelite sisters and Harissa during his visit to Lebanon. I mean, just look at how happy they are. That's what I find sweet. Like, look at the smiles, man. It's like they met Iron Man, or it's like a bunch of nerds meeting Robert Downey Jr. Like, that's what it is. So, just kind of cute, kind of sweet, kind of wholesome. All right? The best way to describe it is, look how wholesome this is. Okay, they look at it, they busted out the like blind and deaf kids to sing for the Pope at the presidential palace. A choir of children and adults with visual and hearing impairments perform Lebanese music legend Fairuz Ahkili an Beladi for Pope Leo as he begins his visit to Lebanon. Folks, they only bust out the blind and deaf kids and adults too. They mixed blind and deaf adults and kids. The choir, they only bring out that choir for special occasions, folks, and they brought them out for the Pope. Let's listen to our talented little Lebanese kids. Nothing's gonna stop them, okay? The little kids that could, with the adults. We might still get copyrighted because of the music. Look at our adorable little kids. Don't forget, guys, these kids are blind and deaf. Look at these little angels, you little angels. Look at these angels. I mean, look, the older ones are cute as well, I guess. They're angels as well. But look at these little kids. These little kids, folks. They're singing for the Pope. Anyways, adorable. Let's watch it on mute. Not because the kids don't sound great. Just for copyright reasons, kids. I wouldn't hear. Let's listen to them for a little bit. Oh, well, she's Muslim. She's a Muslim kid singing for the Pope again. This is what tolerance looks like, folks. This is Lebanon. This is, again, what I'm saying is extremely cringy. I'm half joking when I say it, but anyway. Beautiful, beautiful. Lindsey Graham put out a tweet. The lovable Lindsey Graham. Look at that. Pope Leo's visit to Lebanon comes at a critical moment. His presence is a reminder of the strength and unity of Lebanon's Christian community. And his message of peace offers hope for a nation that has endured so much. May his visit bring comfort, healing, and a renewed commitment to reconciliation between Lebanon, Israel, and its neighbors. Hey, tell Israel to stop bombing us, Lindsey Graham, you fucker. You fuck. Anyways, this is fucking dope. Okay, this is what I've been wanting to show you guys the most. What a great video. Pope Leo was welcomed by traditional Debke dance in Lebanon as crowds gathered to celebrate his historic visit. Rice and flowers covered his path. Christians, Shiite, and Sunni Muslims all welcomed him. Yeah, look, this is fucking dope. This is what sets us apart from a lot of other people. Look, this is how you welcome someone. Wait 1 second, sorry. This is how you welcome the Pope. This is how you make an impression. This is how you welcome someone. And again, this is, again, Lebanon, not just playing to the Pope. I really think this is Lebanon trying to speak to the world, trying to show the world, look at us, look at what we can do. Don't forget about us. We're not disposable, you know. We're not dispensable. We matter. This country matters. This culture matters. They're also trying, I think, to appeal to, like, hey, all you Western countries, you talk about Christianity and preserving Christianity, and you're also anti-Muslim. Well, look, there's a Christian population here. It's not like, hey, forget the Muslims, look at us. But it's like, look, if you say that you care so much about Christianity, we are a Christian people, we're a Christian nation, and you're not looking after us. You're letting another country bomb the living shit out of us. You're letting us be a pawn in this geopolitical scheme that you have going on. and don't let us fall by the wayside. Don't let us fucking die. Don't let them destroy our country. And by the way, a lot of these religious people here probably hate Hezbollah. A lot of extreme right-wing Christians in Lebanon hate Hezbollah. They probably side with Israel. They're probably more pro-Israel than they are pro-Hezbollah. So that is also something to keep in mind. A lot of the people that are down here celebrating the Pope's arrival might want Hezbollah's destruction. So also, that is important to keep in mind. But this is fucking dope. Okay, this just look, just watch. We got traditional dancers. And under the rain, by the way. People are waiting in the rain. These people are dancing, performing in the rain. Throwing rice. Playing music, dancing. They're doing the traditional debke, which is our dance, which obviously Israelis steal and claim as their own. Look, they're like escorting his car. His car is being escorted by dancers. He's getting his own show, man. Look how dope this is. So fucking cool. Like, honestly, this made me, at first, again, I would normally be so cynical, I would cringe at this. I'm like, this is such a waste of resources. This is such a waste of money. Why are they doing this? And we could be spending this money on people who need it. There are bridges that need to be rebuilt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many lacking. The most basic public services are non-existent in Lebanon. Like, there are so many things we could be doing with this money. And like, yeah, this is like just one final distraction before Israel bombs the living shit out of us. But I don't know. I can't help but smile when I see this. I can't help but feel happy and sad for my people. Again, they feel the need to do this, to have to prove their worth to the world. But also, no matter how down we get, no matter how poor Lebanon gets, no matter how down in the dirt we are, when we get a guest, we treat them with dignity, with respect. We put our all out there. It says a lot about Lebanese people as hosts. Most Arabs, to be honest with you, when you walk into an Arab's home, if they have nothing to eat, they will feed you whatever the fuck it is they have. They will stuff it down your throat, force you to have seconds, thirds, fourth. You're not allowed to leave unless you've eaten, had whatever you wanted to drink. Arabs are very hospitable. Lebanese people are extremely hospitable. So they just want to show that to the Pope and, most importantly, to the world, because they know the world is watching. And to a lot of people, this is our last chance for like, hey, maybe we can get out of this whole thing. Maybe someone can help us. Maybe someone can help us rid Hezbollah of their weapons. Maybe someone can stand in the way of Israel. Whatever it is, let's just put on a good show. Let's make a good impression to the world. So this is why I was touched by this, to be honest with you. God damn it. Oh, there we go. It's back. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Sorry I said God damn it. I was kidding. You know what I mean? Jesus, don't spite me. God, no, don't smite me. Jesus, take the wheel. Once again, greeted by the president, our boy. Dude, I think him and the president are like best friends now. The president has been like by his side, by the way, like the whole 3 days. Like I feel like in other countries, if like the Pope were to visit the States, like Donald Trump would hang out with him on like for like the first 30 minutes and then fucking bounce and go back to Mar-a-Lago. Like the president was with the Pope almost everywhere they went. Like he and the first lady were there the whole time. So Kamena, like props to being such a good host and making such a good impression, I think. Lemon Mint Cat 42.69 cents, $2 and says, Yalla Pope Anthony, I hope you and the crew stay safe. Well, thank you so much, Lemon Mint Cat, for the dono and for the well wishes. We love you. I like the name too, Lemon Mint Cat. It's pretty dope. This so Pope Leo was taken to Mar Sherbil. So Mar Sherbil, Saint Sherbil is Lebanon's like, I guess, like patron saint. I don't know if that's the thing, but like he's our most like famous saint, and apparently he's the saint with the most ever. I did not know that. So here they say Saint Sherbil, the saint with the most documented miracles ever, over 33,000 healings. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Again, I'm not a believer in miracles, but I mean, hey. Sherbil is a very common name among Christians in Lebanon. Like my boxing coach is called Sherbil. A lot of people are called Sherbil here. My best friend's dad is called Sherbil. Everybody knows at least 10 Sherbils. Very common name. All in honor of Saint Sherbil. So yeah, the Pope visited him. Here he is praying in front of his tomb. I mean, this means a lot to Lebanese people. Like for Lebanese people, Mar Sherbil is, you know, you don't touch Mar Sherbil. So having the Pope coming here and going to his dead and praying there means a lot to people. So Pope Leo prays at the tomb of Lebanon's beloved Saint Sherbil.
A few months after the death of Saint Sherbil in 1898.
Again, even as a non-religious person, as a very cynical, anti-Vatican, anti-organized religion person, I like seeing this. This is such a nice sign of respect. I think this Pope is a nice guy. Like it's hard to know. He's barely been Pope for a long time, and it's hard to know what any of these people really, how any of these people really are in the back. But I do get a good sense from this guy. I do kind of get a decent sense that he's a decent, kind-hearted man, and this is just a nice sign of respect. Like again, I like to visit the Saint Sherbil's monastery. It's a beautiful place to go, whether you're religious or not. In a lot of countries, some of the nicest touristic sites are monasteries or churches, etc. You can separate religion, whether you believe something or not, and visiting a site, showing respect. This is a historical site. He's a historical figure who's very noted in the world. So whether or not you believe in miracles or anything like that, it doesn't take away, I think, from visiting a site like this, getting something out of it, reflecting on your own life. You don't have to pray. You can meditate, whatever you want. It's a nice, it's in beautiful nature as well. It's surrounded by gorgeous nature. You know what I'm saying?
Visitors began to report some extra.
So this was very nice to see, and a lot of people were sharing this photo. Like to them, it's like iconic, having the Pope praying in front of Mar Sherbil's tomb, and again, a huge sign of respect for Saint Sherbil. You know, it's so weird me talking about Christianity and like saints and stuff. Who would have thought? So here, now we're gonna talk about another mass. So they took him to Harissa. Harissa is like a massive. There's like this. I gotta show you guys a picture of it. It's like this massive statue on top of these like stairs, spiral stairs. You walk up and you can pray. It's really beautiful. I've also been there many times. Like as a kid, this was one of the places where like school field trips would take us, because that I'm not gonna lie, religious places and like churches have banging gift shops. I'll fucking say it. They have awesome gift shops, amazing gift shops. So this is Harissa. It's really, really beautiful, and this is huge. Like you can't like, this is a person right here. See this little brown thing over here? Like I think next to the tree, that's a person. So the scale is massive here. You see, these are people right here. So truly massive scale. So they took him here, and they built a massive cathedral right behind this, where they did this mass right here. Let me see what it says here. A warm welcome. He even mouthed, "Wow." Oh, the Pope said, "Wow." Oh, so there, okay, so beautiful view. There you go. So here's Harissa. Here's the statue that we just saw. And they built this massive cathedral right behind it, which a lot of people complained about it because they're like, because you could see Harissa from anywhere you're standing, like on the coast. You could see this thing on top of the mountain. Once they built this giant cathedral behind it, it kind of like overshadowed it, because you see like the statue now, but then you see this massive like dark structure behind it. So a lot of people don't really like it, and they don't like that it overshadowed and kind of stole the statue's spunk, but it's still a very nice cathedral, and this is where this mass is currently taking place, right here. North Star Radio sends a Midwest W. North Star, I know you're a fan of Pope Francis. Again, packed house, full house for the Pope. A warm welcome. By the way, like the stream if you're watching live, folks. Hit that like button. Let's go. He's feeling it. I mean, look, again, I also don't like the idea of like worship, of like treating a priest. Because I mean, Jesus himself, I don't remember the exact quotes from the Bible, but like Jesus himself never fancied himself a celebrity. He never wanted to be idolized. He used to scoff at the idea of people that went after wealth. He would never wear, like, I always found the idea of like, why do priests adorn themselves with gold? Why do they carry gold canes? Why do they use all this expensive, lavish stuff when Jesus was the most humble human being to ever live? Literally wore a robe and sandals, was an everyman. And that's why he was looked down on, like, you're a king, you call yourself a king, like you're nothing, you're a peasant or whatever. So I've always had a problem with that, you know what I mean? And like people trying to like touch the Pope, and like it does, there's a weird, I don't know if I managed to save that other video, but like there's one video that I found where like people are like trying to reach out to him, like screaming. It sometimes gets a bit intense, I think.
Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. La paix soit avec vous.
I love that he's speaking French. He speaks French as well. So if you guys don't know, Lebanese people, a lot, for the most part, a lot of them speak English, French, and Arabic. We're like trilingual. We used to be colonized by the French a long time ago, so they built schools, hospitals, shit like that. So a lot of people speak French here. It's their first language. I speak French. It was my first language at home with my parents. That's what I speak. So they're also, man, they're praying in so many languages. They're praying in Arabic. They're praying in French. They're praying in English. They're praying in Aramaic, Syriac. So much praying. He's being made feel super welcome, which we like to see. Oh, look, a lady from South Carolina's here.
I'm from South Carolina and the United States of America.
I'm from South Carolina, from the United States of America, and I'm here to see Pope Leo. I wish I had the whole interview with this lady.
I'm from South Carolina and the United States of America.
نعم فإذا معنا حدا من الولايات المتحدة. What is the importance of this visit today, and why is it important for you to visit the Pope, to see the Pope? Excuse me.
My grandfather came to this country, came to America in 1914, and he always wanted to come home, but he never could. So my cousin is with me. He invited us to come to see the Pope.
This lady came all the way from South Carolina to see the Pope. Yeehaw, baby! Jim sends $5 and says, everyone needs a rock star every once in a while. Exactly. You know what? I guess so. And our rock star here is the Pope. Every part of the robe represents something in a priest's apparel, apparently. But yeah, excessive gold, I don't like. I agree, Marina. Jim, thank you so much for the generous dono. Yeah, so she's Lebanese. She's Lebanese. Her grandfather immigrated to the United States in 1914, and he's never been back to his land. So I'm coming here to see the Pope for my grandfather. Yeehaw! God bless the Pope.
I'm from South Carolina and the United States.
So anyways, hey, sweet lady, I got a few more links to open up. There's a lot of Pope coverage, folks. I was not shitting you. We're doing Pope Watch today. We're doing Pope Watch, but if my country went through all the trouble to put on this show, I want to make sure you guys see it too, okay? We spent a lot of our tax money, guys, money that we don't have, money we should have spent on resources for us. We spent it on this. So we gon' chill.
Population. So the
you hear me? Jesus and taking the wheel. أنا الغلطان مش انتي. أنا اللي عشقتك ما عشقتي. I'm gonna open the rest of these links real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Yoinks. God, there's so much. Pope content. Pope. Doves. I want doves in the chat for the Pope, folks. Doves in the chat for the Pope. We're almost done getting the stuff ready. Some of these videos look like they were filmed many years ago.
The Holy See has, for many years,
Twitter is the worst for video playing, man. Hear that, Elon Musk? Okay. We got the South Carolina lady. So here is the Pope planting. So here in this beloved land, may every bell toll, every adhan, every call to prayer blend into a single soaring hymn. Leo the 14th and the Druze leader planted an olive tree, a symbol of peace. So I think, yeah, this is Pope Leo, a Christian, a Muslim leader, and a Druze leader, all together planting a tree of hope together. Planting an olive tree as a symbol of peace in Lebanon. Again, cheesy as hell. I'm cynical as hell. Behind the scenes, all these religious leaders probably hate each other, but they're putting on a show for the Pope. This is what America needs right now, man. America needs an exorcism right now in general. People just need to exorcise America, get whatever demons taking over America. But America needs this. You need to see a bunch of like your religious leaders doing something like this, man. Everybody up, everyone's throats. Beautiful. Look at that. Oh, they're watering the plant to make sure it grows. Okay, beautiful. Oh, so the Pope put out a couple of tweets. Said, Lebanon will flourish once again, beautiful and vigorous like the cedar, a symbol of the people's unity and fruitfulness. The strength of the cedar lies in its roots. In the same way, the many good things we see in Lebanese society today are the result of the humble, hidden, and honest work of so many people of goodwill. Of the many good roots, draw from the good roots of those dedicated to serving society. Be the source of hope that the country is waiting for. Hashtag apostolic journey. Apostolic journey. Yeah, I mean, again, sweet sentiment, ultimately kind of a platitudes, but we love the Pope. Anyway, so this is sad. Okay, so this lady says we're a murdered population. A local Lebanese woman told me this morning that Pope Leo visiting Lebanon feels like God is looking over them. This is what I mean when it just like, oh, this means something to people. Okay, I'm talking about people like her.
Murdered. We are a murdered. We are a murdered population. So the presence of him among us is that God is looking at us. And it really gives us hope and strength. We are murdered. We are a murdered population.
I want you to guys, when she says we're a murdered population, she doesn't just mean we're a murdered population in terms of like physical security and people are getting killed by Israel. We have been murdered in every way, shape, or form by our very own government, an extremely corrupt government that has fucked its people for decades, at least 3 decades since the Civil War in the 90s. We have been murdered economically by, again, a corrupt government that was robbing its people blind. We've been murdered by Israelis. We've been murdered by whoever the fuck you want. Even Palestinians at one point. We had a little mini civil war with Palestinians. Internal conflict. Once the Israelis kicked them out, Palestinians came here. There was conflict between Lebanese people and Palestinians. We've been murdered by COVID. We've been murdered by the blast in the port. Lebanese people have gone through so much. The majority of the middle class disappeared overnight a few years ago when the economic collapse happened and we had hyperinflation. Overnight, families' entire life savings disappeared. Money they had worked for their whole fucking lives, worthless, overnight. And now you have a bunch of kids, and all like most millennials are now working to support their families and their parents because their parents lost everything. So when this lady says we're a murdered people and his visit gives me hope, honestly, if his visit made her smile for a couple of hours, because I know the shit this lady's going through, because a lot of people that I know and my family are going through exactly what this lady is going through, and every Lebanese person knows someone or is going through exactly what this lady is going through right now. So when she says we are murdered, She's not exaggerating.
Murdered. We are a murdered population. So the presence of him among us is that God is looking at us. And it really gives us hope and strength.
Like after the Beirut blast happened, I remember like the French president Macron came to Lebanon and people were so like the government hadn't done shit to help the Lebanese people after the blast in Beirut happened. Literally, Lebanese people volunteered to clean up the city. Lebanese people started setting up NGOs to try to find people housing, etc. The government did shit to fucking help. Didn't even put out like statements or anything. The French president came to visit. People swarmed him in Beirut, like hugging him, holding his hand, like, please help us. And like people felt like he was like an angel sent from the heavens here to save them, because all he did was like just looked at them and was like, hey, I hear you. Our Lebanese politicians weren't even capable of doing that. Nothing. And then they tried the investigation, and then Hezbollah is getting in the way of the investigation, all that sort of shit. Like, we can't even get into that. But yeah, so this video really fucking touched me. It made me very sad, man. Because seriously, when I tell you, Lebanese people have been through a lot. They have been through so fucking much, and it is relentless. And we are on the cusp of yet another war with Israel. So these people need whatever fucking hope they can get. So Pope Leo lays a wreath at the Beirut port, lights a candle, and greets families of victims. One asks for a hug. He nods, then blesses her. So again, this is the Pope who went to the site of the Beirut blast. We've talked about the Beirut blast many times here. We've covered it. I've told you guys my story, my experience with it. Scariest day of my life. So to have the Pope acknowledge that day, to go pay his respects to the victims, it's very sweet and touching. And again, this lady asking for a hug is because the Lebanese government didn't give them a hug. A metaphorical hug, nothing, no support. They can't even get justice for their dead family members, for their dead friends. They rely on holding the French president's hand, or like the Pope coming here for 3 days being like, it'll be okay before he leaves. This is the maximum justice that a Lebanese person can get. A PR justice, that's what we get. We get hugs from people visiting for 2 days, then they get on a plane and leave. But again, for her getting that hug from the Pope, if that helped her bring solace for her lost family members that died on August 4th, yeah, and God bless these people, man. I don't know what to say. You know? So, I think there's a video of him hugging the lady. Let's watch. I mean, look, this is... And I guess that's her relative in the background, like also crying, holding pictures of... I guess these guys were in the fire department. They might be B'Difaa al-Madani. Like, these people just need, like, the bare minimum, like, hope. That's literally all they want. Just a shred of hope, a shred of dignity. Someone to acknowledge their pain, someone to acknowledge their loss. They're not getting that acknowledgement from their own government. They're not getting that acknowledgement from anyone else in the world. No one gives a fuck what happens to us. So just look at her face, getting like a hug from the Pope, just like a reassuring little hug. I find that extremely touching. So this kid's probably holding a picture. Is that a picture of his dad? You got people just holding pictures of the people they lost. And getting just a little bit of acknowledgement.
Of my first apostolic journey, undertaken during this Jubilee year.
So, it's kind of sad. In the final moments of this trip to Lebanon, the Pope Leo himself called intense. The pontiff hugged the families of victims of the Beirut port blast and told Lebanese he wanted to come as a pilgrim of hope to the Middle East, imploring God for the gift of peace for this beloved land marked by instability, wars, and suffering. Be artisans of peace, heralds of peace, witnesses of peace, the Pope said at the end of Beirut's waterfront mass. The Middle East needs new approaches in order to reject the mindset of revenge and violence, to overcome political, social, and religious divisions, and to open new chapters in the name of reconciliation and peace. The path of mutual hostility and destruction and the horror of war has been traveled too long, the Pope said, urging we need to change course, we need to educate our hearts for peace. Then he mentioned after his visit to the port, I was deeply moved by my brief visit to the port of Beirut, where an explosion devastated not just the area, but many human lives. I prayed for all the victims, and I carry with me the pain and thirst for truth and justice of so many families, of an entire country. So, again, just him saying that, again, ultimately, is it going to make a difference in the lives of the people who lost someone, of the people who died, of the people who survived through this blast? Absolutely not. But these words, even though they could be empty, I guess for people like Lebanese people that are so desperate for any shred of positivity, it's actually kind of nice, you know. Shanna says it's really sad to see how much it means that someone listens and cares for a moment. That's all these people want, just to be acknowledged for a moment. And then people think because the blast happened 5 years ago, almost at this point, that hey, just move on. We forgot about it. Hell no. You carry this pain with you every day. You carry this shit with you every single day. Who's gonna forget about this? So, what is this? Oh, so this is a domestic worker, a Filipino domestic worker, kind of telling her story to the Pope, talking about the kafala system. So this is kind of dope.
I stand before you today, not only as a member of our church, but also as a migrant.
So she's a migrant worker. Lebanon has a migrant worker problem. Nowhere near as bad as like Saudi Arabia or Dubai or anything like that. Jesus Christ, not on that scale, but it's kind of a similar system. It's called the kafala system. These migrant workers come to Lebanon. Whoever they're working, they'll come join like an office. The office will confiscate their passports from them, and then they send them to work at these families' homes for very low wages, like $100, $200, $300 a month, etc. Now it's even lower. Now that there's an economic crisis in Lebanon and hyperinflation, the minimum wage is now $300. So some of these people are working for even less money. Anyways, so this migrant worker is telling her story to the Pope, which I think is kind of nice and very touching.
Holy Father, I stand before you today, not only as a member of our church, but also as a migrant. My name is Lauren. I'm from the Philippines, and I have lived and worked here in Lebanon as a domestic worker for 17 years. Like many migrants, I left home not because I wanted to, but because I needed to build a better future for my family and those I love. My journey has not always been easy, but even far from home, I have found my purpose, not only in my work, but in service to others. I volunteer with Couples for Christ Lebanon, the Arupi Migrant Center, in my parish, St. Joseph Teveris, which I now consider my second home. During the war, many migrants had nowhere to go. With the help of the Jesuit Refugee Service, our church became a shelter. I was proud to serve there.
Yo, Polish Pusher just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Let's go. MKMT just got a membership. Desiree Port just got a membership. Nomadic Velocity's got a membership. Jerry Jeff Jogger got a membership. And Ethereal Shrine got a membership. I'm back. Yes, you are, Polish Pusher. Welcome. Thank you. W's in the chat for Polish Pusher. Let's go. Let's go.
Even as I too was staying there, I met people who had left everything behind, broken not just by war, but by betrayal and abandonment. One story I carry in my heart is that of a young couple, James and Lela. James.
Again, thank you guys for like, I've never done Pope Watch before. Thank you guys for you know, if this is a weird topic, and I know most of you guys watching are not religious in any way. Again, I'm not as well. I just thought this was nice to show you. Like, you guys get to see, look at Lebanon, man. This is my home country. This is my home. Look at that. Look at this beautiful place. Israel wants this country. Israel wants this land. You know what I mean? And this is our shot to show this to the world. So I want to help, and I want to show you guys this. So tomorrow we're covering Ethan Klein's mediation with Casey Tron or whatever, if he talks about it today. Okay, that's tomorrow. But today, let's do this.
A Sudanese caretaker, and Lela were expecting their second child, and abandonment. One story I carry in my heart is that of a young couple, James and Lela. James, a Sudanese caretaker, and Lela were expecting their second child. When the war broke out, their employer locked them inside the house as bombs fell nearby. Then the employer fled, leaving them trapped with no way out. But James and Lela refuse to give up, even though the Catholicism...
Look, this is an ethical react. Okay, this is public footage of the Pope visiting Lebanon. This isn't anyone's copyrighted footage. Okay, I just need to take a 30-second break, okay? Just gonna listen to the story.
Which ties workers to their employer meant they would lose their job and residency. They broke free. On the day their daughter was born, they walked for 3 days until they reached our church. When I saw them, my heart broke. Imagine a mother who had just given birth, walking for 3 days, carrying her newborn with her husband and 3-year-old son. In their courage, I saw God's light shining, even in the darkest moment. Our pastor begins every Mass with the words, "Welcome home." Those words give us hope, a reminder that as migrants, we are never alone, and that God's love surrounds us even far from home. Migrants like me are not just workers, we are co-workers.
Yes, this is so important. She says, migrants like me are not just workers. Because migrant workers in Lebanon are very dehumanized. Like I said, they're paid close. It's basically modern slavery, the kafala system. So not only are they working under a modern slavery system, they're paid very little. When they're home, they're very often abused by the people that hire them, either sexually, either physically. They're either beaten. There's a very high suicide rate amongst domestic workers that work in homes in Lebanon. Literal like suicide rates, people throwing themselves off of balconies. Like they would rather kill themselves than deal with the people that are hiring them and fucking abusing them and harassing them. Sometimes they want to leave. They're not allowed to take their passports back, etc. These people are put through such undignified situations. And there's this video that I always show you guys that I want to show you guys again. Of this helper that saves a kid during the Beirut blast. Like this is the migrant worker that they're talking about. Domestic worker. This is when the Beirut blast happened. Look at how quickly this lady grabs the kid. No regard for her own life. She's just out here to help the kid. Can we watch the video? Where's the video? Did they just have the photo? Come on. One sec. Let me find that video. There it is. Trigger warning, by the way. Trigger warning. This is footage of a blast that's going to happen. Distressing footage. Okay. Initial shock happens. She feels something's happening. Boom. Blast happens. Grabs that kid. Bam. Right out of there. Okay. Are you telling me this lady is just like a domestic worker or an employee? Chris sends $2 and says, Pope Leo the 14th will sue Anthony for Cherry Act. No, Pope Leo. Don't do it. Don't sue me. Don't sue me, please, Pope Leo. Yes, Nina, that's it. We're going to do that. Anthony, please make an episode on migrant workers and a donation stream. We're going to do that. I promise you. Nour, if you're watching, write it down. Discord, remind us in the Discord. Hold us to it. We're going to do a donation link for migrant workers in Lebanon. That's it. I need to find a good organization that we can give money to. So you see this heroic lady? Again, look at that. Bam. Grabs the kid. As if it's her own kid. So these are the people that this lady is talking about right now, okay?
We are contributors in this country. We are co-workers. Migrants like me are not just workers. We are co-workers. We are contributors in this country, helpers, builders. We bring our culture, share our values, offer our talents, and open our hearts. We care for children, cook meals, clean homes, and carry burdens often silently.
Again, I just want to give this lady a hug. They do so much more than that when they care for kids and families. Like they help raise these kids. I love Filipino people because of the domestic workers that I've met here in Lebanon. I love their culture. We have so many Sri Lankan people that work here, Ethiopian people that work here. They all have beautiful cultures. They all offer so much culturally to our country, and I'm so sorry and I'm so sad that our country treats these people so badly. We even talked about, we did a whole segment on the show when we talked about how beaches in Lebanon won't allow domestic workers to go to the beach. They won't let them in the pool, essentially. Or like if you're a family and you bring your domestic worker with you to the beach, they'll be like, hey, you guys can get in the pool, but like the domestic worker can only get in the children's pool, the kids' pool. They're only allowed to swim in the kids' pool. You know what I mean? They're often not let into like clubs or stuff like that because they might not even be domestic workers. If they're just from Sri Lanka, people just make the assumption, Sri Lanka domestic worker, Philippines domestic worker, you're not allowed in the pool, you're not allowed here, you're not allowed there. They go through so many indignities. It's really fucked up. So her story, again, very touching.
And yet we also carry hope. Through our church mission, I have witnessed miracles, not always big, but small acts of love that change lives. We continue this mission together as one body in Christ, reaching out to our fellow migrants, to the lost and to the broken. I thank God for allowing me to serve, to love, and to bring hope where it's needed most. Thank you, Holy Father.
Just updated our members goal. A beautiful story, by the way. Very touching. Just updated our members. We're at 333 out of 350. Thank you. We got 11 new members today. Thank you so much, guys. Dreadful Utopia, who's been a member for 8 months, says, big up Lebanon. You guys had gone through so much. Also, shout out to the Discord and any ghoul friends watching. Well, thank you so much. We love you, Dreadful. And happy belated birthday to Marina and Dreadful. I want the chat to go crazy. It was their birthday just recently. So, chat, let's wish Dreadful Utopia and Marina a happy birthday, two crucial members of this community who we love so much. You know, and me, you guys. We're almost done with Pope Watch, guys. Almost done with Pope Watch. We're at an hour and 36 minutes of Pope Watch. There was a mass in Beirut today. Massive mass. 120,000 people attended. Chris, your birthday too? It's Chris's birthday as well, guys. Let's wish Chris a happy birthday as well. Guys, you three. Chris is saying it's his birthday too. Chris, I can't keep up with all these birthdays. Didn't I wish Chris a happy birthday? If I didn't, I'm so sorry. Guys, Chris, Marina, and Dreadful. Chris, Marina, and Dreadful. 3 birthdays. What a crazy month. Anyways, beautiful mass. Look at that. Oh, Pope's wearing purple. He's got so many outfits. Such a drama queen with these outfits. So here's... Look at this footage. When was this filmed? 1995? What is this? This is... Dude, is this even real? This looks like it was filmed on a cell phone in 2002, man. Are you shitting me? What is this? Anyways, horrific. Pope leaves. Here's the Pope saying goodbye to the president, folks. It was the end of the visit. We took him to Marsherbin, Akhadnea Harisa, Akhadnea Abkirki. They also took him to, we have this big hospital for like disabled people and old people. It's called the Asfuriye. It doesn't have a great reputation here. And supposedly people say like they mistreat people there. But anyways, they took him there, made it look nice. You know what I mean? Look, I don't know. I've heard rumors.
Now, taking what looks like his last words, speaking to President Nour.
No, Pope, don't leave us. The Israelis are gonna... Literally, guys, as soon as he got on that plane and flew off, the Israelis started flying their drones over Beirut again. I shit you not. I shit you not. They couldn't even wait 5 seconds. Come back, Pope. They're gonna kill us.
Now, walking up the steps into the papal plane. Some of the crew there standing to greet him. The Pope turns, waves, one last goodbye to this country. He's been
gift membership so Anthony can get us. No, but here's a Chris. Since you and Marina are both here in Lebanon, we got to have an episode where you guys are both on, just like chilling with me, you, and Marina. Would you guys be down? Is the audience down to have Marina and Chris join us for an episode? And Marina and Chris, more importantly, would you guys like? But I feel bad bringing. We got a bunch of trolls watching the show, so. But if you guys are down, Marina and Chris, we can come hang out sometime, do a live stream, a special live stream with you guys here.
For the past
no, Pope, don't leave us.
clearly so much to him and so much.
Pope, come back!
Turns way. For those following
no!
radio now.
Israel's gonna kill all of us. You're the only deterrent. They stopped the drones for 2 days. Please come back, Pope.
Walking up the steps into the papal plane. Some of the crew there standing to greet him. The Pope turns, waves. One last.
No, don't wave him goodbye. If you wave goodbye, he'll never. It means it's official.
Goodbye to this country that he's been in for the past.
You guys, all right? You guys will be down. Let's go. Actually, can we get the Pope on the... Guys, I would love to... Does anyone have a connect with the Pope? I can get you Joseph Mirab. That's as close as the Pope as I can get.
2 days or so, and that means...
No! Don't leave!
So much to him and so much to the Catholic Church as well. As
don't get on that plane, Pope!
In the Middle East.
Don't you step on that plane! There's still a shot for him to turn around. He's still on the stairs. Don't you get on that papal plane! Don't you get on that papal plane! No, don't get off the papal plane, Pope. Get back, Pope.
And Pope, you're now taking what looks like his last words, speaking to President Nour.
No.
Pope, for those following.
Okay. Let's watch his final speech. How about that? We watch this, and then we're done with Pope Watch. No more Pope Watch, okay? If you guys love this, we'll do this every 15 years when we get a Pope's visit, okay? I'll be 50. In 15 years, I'll be 50. If we have a new Pope, comes to Lebanon, we'll do Pope Watch 20, whatever, 40. Oh my God, I'll be so old. I could be Pope by then. Nour! Got Amy Dangerfield. Nour, Pope, come back to Lebanon. Hey, don't say bad band. Politics, you're saying our Lebanese band is bad? They're the best. Okay, we can skip this. Let's listen to the Pope's speech. Megger Maggie sends $2 and says, just for vibes and to say, fuck Israel, let's go. W's in the chat for Megger Maggie. Yes, Chris, you are promised. Chris, I was already promised a stream with Elias for Dark Souls 2. Chris, you've been promised 2 streams by now. You got 2 streams out of us. You think I forgot? Have I started Dark Souls 2 yet? Be patient. You're getting 2 streams, Chris. You're getting a Dark Souls stream and a main channel stream. This is the honor I bestow upon you. Jim D. Dukas with a $5 donut says, Anthony, you sweet summer child. Come on, Jim, come on. I'll be 50 in 15 years. I mean, I guess. W's in the chat for Jim. Jim has sent us a lovely package from the States, which is stuck. Jim, I think I know why the Lebanese customs are so busy. They've been busy with the Pope. They haven't had a chance to look at your package yet. We love you. Anyways. Mayor Jim, folks. El Mukhtar. Like the live stream, folks. Like the live stream. Chris, you're getting paid. I'll give you 10% of the episode's earnings, Chris. 10%. How about that? Or 5% to make it consistent with H3. You get that 5%? He gets that 5%. Okay, why did I go back to this? Wasn't I skipping this? Okay, the president gave a speech. Let's hear our president speak. Let's go. And he's speaking Arabic. You guys aren't going to get this. Let's listen to the Pope. He speaks in English.
Your beatitude.
Pope, don't leave. No, Chris, you're getting 5%. You're getting that 5%, Chris. Would I lie about giving you 5% of a full episode's earnings? What kind of a sick fuck do you think I am? No. I skipped ahead. Here, let's go back to the beginning. How long is the speech, by the way, Pope? Oh, it's a long speech. It's a long speech. We don't have to watch the whole thing. Let's watch a couple of minutes of the Pope speech. Pope speech. Pope speech. He takes that 5%.
Mr. President, Presidents of Parliament, the Council of Ministers, your Beatitudes and brothers in the Episcopate, civil and religious authorities, sisters and brothers.
He does not sound like he's from Chicago. Hey, I got a Chicago deep dish pizza for yous. Don't people from Chicago kind of sound like New Yorkers? Hey, I got deep dish pizza. Oh, by the way, fun announcement. I'm going to be a guest on Leftist Mafia this Thursday at 5 p.m. PST, whatever that means in their time. PST. I'm going to be a guest with Mike Figueredo. I don't know who's going to be on there, if it's like Matt Binder or Lance from the Surfs. But I'm going to be a guest, folks. And soon, Comrade Casey, who's in the chat, and James, we're going to be launching our own little fun little thing. Okay? Soon. We got to get on a call about that, Comrade. So I've been busy with the last few days, guys. So I guess dealing with some sad shit.
Departing is often more difficult than arriving. We have spent time together. And in Lebanon, this spirit of encounter...
So he spent most of his adult life in South America. So it's not a good Chicago accent? Beirut time, that's 3:30 a.m., Chris. I'm fucked. I'm going to be up. I have to start filming at 3:30.
...is contagious. Here I have found that people enjoy coming together rather than being isolated. While arriving in your country meant gently entering into your culture, leaving this land means carrying you in my heart. Thus, we are not leaving each other.
Listen to the Pope, little baby.
Rather, having met, we will move forward together. We hope to involve the entire Middle East in this spirit of fraternity and commitment to peace, including those who currently consider themselves enemies. I am grateful, therefore, for the days spent with you, and I am pleased that I could fulfill the desire of my beloved predecessor, Pope Francis.
Wait, did I say deep fish pizza, or are you guys just making fun of or saying deep fish pizza for fun? I thought I said deep dish pizza. Did I say deep fish pizza?
Who would have loved to be here.
What's that, Pope Francis?
Beloved, for the days spent with you, and I am pleased that I could fulfill the desire of my beloved predecessor, Pope Francis, who would have loved to be here.
Aw, we would have loved to have Pope Francis here, man. Love that dude. Good old man. We got technical difficulties and look, they're losing power just like I do mid-live stream. The fuck?
Who is loved by Christians and Muslims alike. I prayed at the tomb of Saint Charbel and sensed the profound spiritual roots of this country. Your history is a valuable source of nourishment that can sustain you on the difficult journey toward the future.
We need weapons to sustain us on our difficult journey. Can you give us weapons? Hey, Vatican, can you send Lebanon weapons? We got some holy sites. Kana, Jesus performed his first miracle here in Lebanon. Can we have some weapons to deter the Israelis? Can we do that? Our rich history cannot sustain us, Pope. It cannot. We need guns and cash. We need guns and cash, Pope. Please, Jesus.
Deeply moved by my brief visit to the port of Beirut, where an explosion devastated the area, not to mention many lives. I prayed for all the victims, and I carry with me the pain and the thirst for truth and justice of so many families of an entire country. In these few days, I have met many people and shaken many hands, receiving a sense of hope from these encounters.
Jad says, send the crusades, bro. We're so fucked. Please. Papa. Pope. Send something.
Are strong as the cedars that populate your beautiful mountains, as beautiful as the olive trees that grow in the plains, in the south and near the sea. In this regard, I greet all the regions of Lebanon that I was unable to visit. Tripoli and the north, the Bekaa and the south of the country, Cairo.
Yeah, he wasn't able to go to the south because Israel is bombing the living shit out of it. Can you imagine the Pope coming to Lebanon and not going to Kana in South Lebanon where Jesus performed his first miracle? Again, if you believe in miracles. That would have been his first stop. But he can't go there because Israel is bombing the living shit out of it. And they don't want him to see the damage that Israel is doing there. Can you fucking believe that? The Pope coming to Lebanon and not going to where Jesus performed his first miracle?
Sidone, biblical places. All of the areas, especially in the south, that are currently experiencing a state of conflict and uncertainty. And embracing all of you, I express my aspiration for peace, along with a heartfelt appeal. May the attacks and hostilities cease. We must recognize that armed struggle brings no benefit.
Tell that to the Israelis, Pope. Tell it to Netanyahu and his freaks. Yeah, I want pizza too. Stop talking about pizza, guys. Oh my God, pizza. Deep dish pizza from New York. I mean, Chicago. It's a Chicago deep dish.
While weapons are lethal, negotiation, mediation, and dialogue are constructive. Let us all choose peace as a way and not just as a goal. Let us remember what St. John Paul II reaffirmed while in your midst. Lebanon is more than a country. It is a message. Let us learn to work together and hope together so that this may indeed become a reality. May God bless the Lebanese people, all of you, the Middle East, and all humanity. Shukran. Ila lika.
Oh, he said thank you and goodbye. Ila lika. Pope, no, don't leave us. It was so fun. Everybody was off work. All your billboards, the roads were empty for the most part. People felt happy and shit. Come back, Pope. Israelis are bombing us again. They're going to kill everybody. They're going to kill children. They're going to bomb everything else. Can the Pope just move here? Can we move the Vatican here? If the Pope is here all the time, maybe he deters the Israelis. Don't leave. Anyways, you guys want to hate him? Okay, no, wait, 1 second. We'll never hate the Pope. His final tweet: we must unite our efforts so that Lebanon can return to its former glory. Disarming our hearts is the only way to do this. Is he trying to say that Hezbollah needs to disarm? Is this, you see, this is part of American propaganda. He's been sent here by the U.S., by Lindsey Graham himself, to tell, you know, disarm your hearts, wank, wank, like disarm Hezbollah. It's the only way to do this. Come on, Pope. Come on. You don't actually think that. Come on, man. He's trying to, you know what I mean, subtly wink, wink. You guys want out. You don't want the Israelis to kill you? Disarm. Let us cast off the armor of our ethnic and political divisions, open our religious confessions to mutual encounter, and reawaken in our hearts the dream of a united Lebanon where peace and justice reign, where all recognize each other as brothers and sisters. We know, Pope, though. We know. We know. We live in harmony for the most part. Don't get into Twitter debates between Christians and Muslims. Sometimes those get out of line on Twitter, but for the most part, we live good. Don't tell us to disarm our hearts. And here are his thoughts. He believes in a two-state solution. I mean, look, he's the Pope. I don't expect him to want one state.
The Holy See has, for many years, publicly endorsed the proposal of a solution of two states. We all know that, in this moment, Israel does not accept that solution. But we see it as the only solution that could offer a solution to a conflict that is still live.
He also called it a conflict. Two-state solution and a conflict? This dude is canceled.
We are also friends of Israel, and we try with both sides to be a voice of mediation.
I mean, look, as the representative of the Vatican and the head of the Catholic Church, he can't be out here saying we don't like Israel. You know what I'm saying? So these 40 seconds, 49 seconds could have been enough to undo the last hour and 50 minutes we've spent doing Pope Watch. Him being like, two-state solution, you know, friends of Israel.
Publicly endorsed the proposal of a solution of two states. We all know that, in this moment, Israel does not accept that solution. But we see it as the only solution that could offer a solution to a conflict that is still live.
Conflict.
We are also friends of Israel, and we try with both sides to be a voice of mediation.
Drax says he can literally just say that, though. He can, technically. Megger Maggie sends a very generous $5 dono and says, the way in which I have been rolling my eyes continuously throughout this final statement. Yeah, this one's pretty bad, Megger. Megger Maggie. He should definitely say what did Francis publicly say about Israel? Because I mean, I think, look, as the Pope, you can't like stand against a country. They can say we don't stand with Netanyahu or that, but like they can't be like fuck Israel. You know what I mean? As much as I'd love to hear the Pope go like fuck Israel, Pope Francis take on Israel. I mean, same thing. We don't have time to get into this. Too much Pope talk, folks. We're done with Pope talk. Oh, CNN did a fuck it. We don't have time for the CNN report, folks. That was it for Pope talk. We spent almost 2 hours talking about the Pope's visit to Lebanon. I felt this was important to talk about. Okay, this was my country's final desperate attempt, final appeal to the world. Hey, y'all like Christians? We got Christians here. Look at that. Look at how we're treating the Pope. We're taking him here. We're taking him that. We got dancers for the Pope. We're throwing rice at the Pope. Don't kill us. Stop Israel. Give us funding for stuff. Consider us humans. Why is he smiling when he says he's a friend of Israel? Because he knows he's like, we're a friend of Israel. It's like a smile of like he recognizes that what he's saying is kind of fucked up. Like we have to be a friend of Israel's. Politics says Pope talk was amazing. Did love it. Well, thank you. That's awesome. Glad you guys liked Pope talk. This is random. This is a once in a literally 15, 20 years type thing. Ain't gonna be no more Pope talk ever again. So to all you Christians out there, you're welcome. Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison, Kyrie eleison. Quick H3 update. Let me see. Do I have everything I need for this H3 update over here? Do I have what I need? Yes, I do. It's just a very quick update. We're going to be talking about H3 tomorrow, supposedly, because H3 took the episode off, or they took yesterday off. Ethan Klein announces his show will be postponed a day due to court-ordered mediation with Casey Tron. He says, important announcement. Tomorrow I will be engaging with Casey Tron in court-ordered mediation from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Therefore, there will be no show tomorrow, Monday, December 1st. It will be instead moved to Thursday, December 2nd, the following day. Thank you. Peace and love no filter. And then he shared this update saying enjoying mediation. So I don't know if he means that it's been canceled, if it's done, etc. Literally, if you look at the replies, though, it's like Casey Tron entire family about to be mediated onto the street, God willing. People laughing. The Ethan character arc has been a wild ride. King shit. Ethan's villain arc just doesn't disappoint, I swear. The entire internet is counting on him to do the right thing. No mercy. So this is the hero. Like, he's the hero that these people crave, essentially. So anyways, also, even more disturbing, potentially. He shared this on his Instagram story. No new episode tomorrow, but if you're looking for something to watch, Willie Mack just dropped a new banger. And the video that he shared is called The Pathetic Victims of H3H3. And on the thumbnail, it's written, Ethan is taking their homes. Now, isn't that something that Casey Tron can literally use against Ethan in like a court of law? Like, look at how he's treating this case, essentially. Egging us on, sharing videos that call them pathetic victims, and Ethan is taking their homes. Like, he's basically highlighting those things. He's kind of threatening them constantly with taking their homes, sharing content that says Ethan is taking their homes. And he's recommending people watch a video that is making fun of the person he's supposed to go into good faith mediation. Now, I don't know what the fuck mediation is, but I remember when Ethan was talking about it back in the day when he was having his issues with Ryan Kavanaugh. So mediation is when like both parties like are sit together in a room, right, with both of their lawyers, and where they're like speaking and trying to like reach a term or settlement, right? Kind of like that, and it's supposed to be friendly and in good faith because you're trying to reach a settlement or something before doing that. So as someone who's actually trying to do this in good faith and who's trying to reach an amicable solution with someone, would they share a video the day before their mediation? Like, hey, go watch this video about this person I'm about to have a mediation with tomorrow. It's called The Pathetic Victims of H3H3. And on the thumbnail, he's got Ethan is taking their homes. Like, to me, this seems like this could be used for the judge, man. It'd be like, this is what this fucking guy is out there posting all day. This is not a good faith lawsuit. This guy's literally out there to ruin our lives. And I don't know, man. This is not a good look for me. So anyways, this, depending on whether or not Ethan discusses what happens in the mediation tonight, if he talks about it on their podcast today, we will react to that segment tomorrow. Essentially, that's what I'm thinking. To see what's up, because I mean, I've gotten in a whole bunch of shit because of this. Asmongold is after my ass. People told me that, I think I got a comment somewhere that like Willie Mack called me Millhouse again, so I think Willie Mack mentioned me in this video. The whole fucking internet, half the fucking internet hates me because I stood up for Casey Tron, Frogan, and Denims. It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane, to be honest with you. The amount, I never thought it would get this much fucking hate. I never thought 1 year into streaming, I would be hated by the vast majority of the internet really quick. Like, it happened. It all happened so fast. You know what I mean? So these slop tubers can't get enough of your boy. So anyways, tomorrow, if Ethan does talk about what happened in court or in the mediation, we will cover it tomorrow. We'll react to that segment. So that's that. That's the H3 update for today. Non-existent, essentially. Let's see what else to talk about. We're going to watch the Nas Daily thing in full, but I also just want to highlight some... You know, the U.S. is freaking out with because of the shooting of the 2 soldiers in the U.S. The 2... what are they called? They're not soldiers, technically. What are they called again? They're not reserves. They're... I forgot the terminology for it.
Whoa, what's going on? I hear some...
This video makes me laugh. I'm so hungry. Guys, I'm getting my ass getting hungry right now. Megger Maggie says, W's for Anthony, let's go. With another $2 donor. Megger Maggie, thank you. You've been so generous today. There were guardsmen. They weren't guardsmen. What were they called? National Guard. There we go. The National Guard. Sorry, guys. I'm a bad American. I'm a bad American citizen. Here's just a few more tweets of people freaking the fuck out since the shooting, calling for Muslims to be kicked out of America, etc. Here's James Woods sharing this video. So this guy's got from Dearborn to New York, one nation under Allah. It sounds like a threat to Americans. This won't end well.
I hear some Muslims. From Dearborn to New York, only one nation under God.
Exquisite.
Whoa, what's going on? I hear some Muslims.
So there's some like idiot doing like a skit in Dearborn. You got James Woods being like, buy a gun, learn to use it. James Woods wants you to shoot your Arab neighbors, folks. Shoot your Arab neighbors. Don't give them a chance. We got Hassan Shami. Shares the skit. It says, Lamau, 2 Dearborn guys made a comedy skit and now right-wingers are acting like it's a terror alert. The way they cling to fear is comedy on its own. Follow his IG. It's Ali Sobah. This guy says, terrifying. Muslims declare from Dearborn to New York, one nation. He doesn't even say under Allah. He says under God. This guy, they're saying Allah. Oh my, they're so fucking stupid, man. So here's another one of their skits just to show you that like just a fucking dumbass in Dearborn.
No one divide us. Because only one nation under God. Oh, yeah. No one divide us. Because only one nation under God.
Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a funny guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just a chill video. People are freaking the fuck out, man. We got Randy Fine. Deporting every illegal is just a start. We need to full-on stop legal immigration until our security and prosperity is guaranteed. We need to deport every non-citizen who practices Sharia, and we need to denaturalize every fake citizen who lied to gain a passport now. Mark Lynch says, what kind of man shoots a woman in the face, point blank, in cold blood? A Muslim. He's just following the example of his prophet who raped a 6-year-old girl. In Islam, women are merely chattel to their slave owner men, like a goat or cattle. Islam is the worship of Satan. We can judge this tree by its fruit. The grieving father of National Guard member shot in a suspected terror attack in D.C. says his daughter won't survive. That's kind of crazy. What kind of man shoots a woman in the face, point blank, in cold blood? A Muslim. Good old fear-mongering happening. Guys, does anyone have statistics on like hate crimes against Arabs and Muslims in the States since this attack happened? Like, it's got to be insane. You got DC Drano saying, once they start murdering our soldiers in broad daylight, all bets are off. Unleash hell. He's quote tweeting this guy who says, I'm ready for President Trump to actually be a little more like the fascist dictator the Democrats lie about. Crush this invasion and color revolution with an iron fist. No mercy. So this person is excited for a fascist president. Isn't that nice? Fun times. Good old wholesome times, folks. Insane. Mike Davis, Ilhan Omar said, heartbroken over the news of the passing of Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, a National Guard member who tragically lost her life in a horrific shooting in D.C. Praying for a swift recovery for Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. Mike Davis says, fuck you, Ilhan. Islamists like you shouldn't be here. Breaking Elon Musk calls for the U.S. to strip every foreigner of their citizenship immediately if they break their oath to America. Excuse me, Elon Musk, aren't you a fucking foreigner, you piece of shit? Motherfucker. And here, the misfit patriot, she didn't pass. So people went crazy over Zohran Mamdani's tweet. He says, I'm devastated to learn of the passing of Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, a member of the West Virginia National Guard. She was only 20 years old. As families across the nation come together to celebrate Thanksgiving, let us take a moment to think of those in West Virginia who have been plunged into unimaginable grief. So they don't like the fact that he said that she passed. She didn't pass. She was killed by a fucking Muslim terrorist. You absolute cunt. Like, holy shit, man. People are fucking crazy. And finally, Ella Maulding says, our forefathers did not die for this country so that it could become a dumping ground for the third world. America is for Americans. Re-immigration now.
We don't want these people here. President Trump just called for an end to all third world migration into America. We've been waiting on this since we elected him in 2016. On Wednesday, an Afghan refugee walked up to two National Guard soldiers at the White House metro stop and shot them both in the head. One soldier he shot, a 20-year-old girl from West Virginia, has died, and the other is in critical condition. The perpetrator, Ramanullah Lakanwal, arrived in the United States in Joe Biden's Operation Allies Welcome Plan in 2021. That unleashed 90,000 immigrants into America. We are tired of hearing boomer Republicans talk about how bad illegal immigration is, but advocating for more legal immigrants. This guy was legal. He came here the right way. His family said that he loves America, but this is proof that third world immigrants cannot be truly loyal to our country. Mass immigration, by definition, destroys American sovereignty. It poisons our common culture, religion, and demographic makeup. Our forefathers did not die for this country so that it could become a dumping ground for the third world. America is for Americans, and I don't need to apologize for saying that. Why are these people here? How is this putting America first? American cities are already so violent that we need the National Guard deployed in them, so why would we pump them full of immigrants from the most violent countries in the world? Sarah Beckstrom could have been a sorority girl at West Virginia University, but instead, she put her life on hold to serve her country, and now she's dead. I hope Trump is serious.
Artful makes a good point. She says you shouldn't have to love a country to get to live in it. But hey, in America, you need to love and respect America at all times. You can't criticize it ever. Ever. Finally, Jack Polsobeek says they all have to go. The families to tear up the visas, send them back. Anyways, exciting times to be brown in America. It's exciting to be an Arab in America, Muslim in America, Latino in America, anything in America right now. Anyways, let me save my vocal cords for this next topic, folks. We're going to jump to probably the final topic of today. We got to talk about that fucking Nas Daily interview. I fucking hate this guy. Let's just... There's a couple of clips that went viral. Should we watch the clips or just watch the whole... Let's just watch the whole thing, Manhal. I'm going to open these up just to have them. But let's... I think the full thing is a 15-minute interview. So let's just watch the full interview. Right now. This is 15 minutes long. If he doesn't say what I saw in the clips, we'll go back to the clips. Here's Nas Daily, who's an Israeli, who's a Palestinian who lives in Israel. Complete Zionist piece of shit. Constantly makes propaganda videos about Israel. And now he's turned, like, ever since the genocide, he's become even, like, more of a Zionist. And he's like, I just saw a couple of clips. This is fucking crazy. I fucking hate this guy. He tried to come into Lebanon, but he ended up sending, like, proxies of his or people that work with him. He didn't come himself. Playback speed 1.25. Let's go.
Why don't you just tell us a bit about, first of all, tell us about your brand, first of all. What's your...
And the title of this video is, Nas Daily is willing to be cancelled for this.
Brand.
Are we starting?
Yeah.
We started.
Sure.
I have no warning. What is my brand? Nas means people in Arabic. Nas Daily and Nas.io are the two products we built. And the whole point for why I exist and we exist is to bring people together. That is our mission statement. We bring people together through media and technology. That is the Nas brand.
Why did you start it?
Well, I grew up my whole life seeing people brought apart as an Israeli Palestinian. I wanted my work and my life.
As an Israeli Palestinian, what does that even mean? This guy's whole fucking identity makes no fucking sense. As a Palestinian Israeli, what a piece of shit.
To be the opposite of what I grew up seeing, and therefore bring people together. That's why.
And you started doing this on social media, on YouTube.
Not YouTube. I boycotted YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How
I
come?
decided to take a bet on Facebook.
Ah, yeah.
And I made 1 minute short videos on Facebook. This is 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And Facebook videos blew up, then Instagram videos, then TikTok videos. So I'm really not a YouTuber.
No. But you took that plunge.
Can you imagine saying no to YouTube to drop shit on fucking Facebook? I fucking hate Facebook. To me, like, Facebook is a dumpster fire, man. I've been off Facebook for years.
With another job or with a main job that you were doing, or as a student? When did you start to do it?
I was a software. So I went to I grew up in Israel. I went to Harvard. I graduated. I worked for 2 years as a software engineer. April 8th, 2016.
As a Palestinian Israeli, don't you love the fact that you were able to leave Israel, go get an education, and then come back to your home? Did you know that your Palestinian brothers and sisters that live in Gaza, that live in the West Bank, if they ever leave, they're not allowed to fucking come back. It is impossible for them to come back. The people that are getting kicked out of Gaza right now are never going to come back to their homes.
I quit my job. April 9th, 2016, I started Nas Daily in Kenya.
People that got kicked out of their homes in the Nakba in 1948 aren't allowed to go back. People aren't allowed to walk down streets that you're allowed to live in right now. Historical Palestinian places with history, people's family homes, heritages.
Why? How come you can quit your job and just start a...
Hey, you could do the same thing. You should quit your LBC job.
Yeah, a lot of people would want that. So why did you do it? What inspired you to take that plunge? Because that's a big call.
Well, I think the calling of every human is to figure out how can they work for themselves and how can they not sell their time for money doing things that they're not excited by or they're not good at. And that's really where I was when I had a job. So I just thought life was too short to spend it doing data entry.
A lot of people would try and argue that content creation, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, is kind of like the beginning of the end of capitalism. We've created a system where people can earn by just doing silly 1 minute videos, etc., and become mega wealthy. What would you say?
Wait,
mega wealthy, my guy. I mean, it's the small minority, but the democratization of the internet and content creation is pretty nice. Like, it gives nobodies like me an opportunity to fucking broadcast myself live to a whole bunch of people all over the world. I mean, definitely, you know.
Is that the end of capitalism? This is the manifestation of capitalism. How does this end capitalism?
This is the beginning of a way of earning money that sees people out of the 9 to 5 that they hate,
absolutely.
out of the commute that they hate.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the first beginning where you can literally earn money by traveling. And I see a world, by the way, and actually I built a whole platform on this called Nas.io. That's what I spend most of my time doing. It's a platform to help you work for yourself and make a business online. I see a world where half of society is making their own business online without needing a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 reminds me of the time we went to the factory, where you had to be at the factory line. The world, the future of work is going to look very, very different.
So you think that's dying?
Absolutely.
The clock in, clock
for a limited amount of time as a service, as a contractor, and then they go and do whatever they want. And I think that's a great future.
I want to skip a little bit of this.
Of the terrorists.
Yes.
A lot of people would, maybe in that part of the world, or maybe born in the fact that you are Israeli Palestinian. You know, back to where you started, you said that you saw in your whole life people pulled apart. Given the region you were born in, the fact that you are Israeli Palestinian, you are bridging two sides of a very bitter divide. I noticed in one of your videos you talked about the end of the war in Gaza, and you say that the best thing to happen to Palestinians is the defeat of the terrorists.
Yes.
The best thing to happen to Palestinians is the defeat of the terrorists. Look at his face when he says yes.
The best thing to happen to Palestinians is the defeat of the terrorists.
Yes.
A lot of people would, maybe in that part of the world, or maybe who have family there or whatever, take issue with the description of the word terrorists.
I love that question. Yeah, I absolutely love that question. And this question reminds me of this sort of Western view on
He's so Israeli coded. He is Palestinian Israeli. When you hear him talk, when you spend 2 minutes watching Nas Daily, then you're like, you know what? Palestinian Israeli doesn't really make any sense when you say it, because what is Israel technically? But when he talks, you're like, yeah, this guy's Israeli. I totally get it. I get it.
On the Middle East, which is you know, you may not see it as somebody sitting in London on the Middle East, which is
sorry.
So I love that question, and this question reminds me of this like sort of Western view on the Middle East, which is you know, you may not see it as somebody sitting in London, but by far the worst thing for a Palestinian is not Israel. It is our fellow countrymen. It's the other Palestinian with an AK-47. Another Palestinian with an AK-47, aka Hamas, is so dangerous for the average Palestinian because it becomes almost like a thug society. It's like,
so a Palestinian with a gun is more dangerous for Palestinians than Israelis with guns, and then they become a thug society. Okay. I'm interested in hearing more.
Whoever governs is the one with the weapon.
Because don't forget, when Palestinians did the Great March of Return, a completely peaceful protest, they were shot at by fucking snipers. He wants Palestinians to be the most perfect victims, the most perfect prisoners, who, after they get beaten and tortured and shot and killed, they still put their hand out and say, please, sir, can I have some more? That's what he wants the Palestinians to be.
You can't build a society like that. And that's really, unfortunately, the situation in Gaza, before the war, after the war, during the war, even today. So yes, absolutely they're terrorists. And I'm not the one saying this just because I have an Israeli citizenship. You know, people will say that in Saudi Arabia. They are terrorists. The Hamas people are terrorists.
Oh, but guys, Saudi Arabia says that Hamas are terrorists. Saudi Arabia, who's currently committing a genocide in Yemen, they say that Hamas are terrorists. So whatever Saudi Arabia says, we listen. Saudi Arabia, you know, their human rights record is unmatched. The kafala system, their migrant worker system over there. Great. If Saudi Arabia calls someone a terrorist, we must listen.
The Emiratis will tell you the same thing. Hamas are terrorists.
Oh, the Emiratis, the United Arab Emirates. Dubai. Isn't Dubai funding a genocide in Sudan? My man, come on. Come on. Come on. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? When the worst people on the planet agree with you.
You know, I think it's important that we put enough pressure on the people with guns like Hamas that it's not cool. You're not a resistance fighter. You're by definition a terrorist because you're instilling fear.
Hey, bro, just walk up to a Hamas fighter and be like, bro, what are you doing? It's just not cool, man. You lost your parents 5 years ago in an Israeli raid. It's all right, man. Guns aren't cool, okay? It's just not cool, bro. What you're doing, you're actually a terrorist. Like, you think you're a freedom fighter. You think you're, like, avenging your parents and your land and whatever. But, like, it's just not cool, man. It's like terrorism and shit. You know, bro? You're like a bad guy. We're the good guys. You're the bad guy.
People without any rule of law.
Even though the argument would be, I guess, that they're resisting oppression, they're resisting occupation.
Yeah, I guess the argument would be they're resisting oppression. I mean, yeah, the good argument. That's a good argument, man. Don't be ashamed of it. Own it.
The argument would be, I guess, that they're resisting oppression.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess the argument could be, you know, you could make that argument, I guess.
Without any rule of law.
Even though the argument would be, I guess, that they're resisting oppression, they're resisting occupation, and this is an expression of the anger that is felt in Gaza.
Yeah, I think that argument works on the Western audience. It's a bullshit argument. Excuse my words.
And this is an expression of the anger that is felt in Gaza.
Yeah, I think that argument works on the Western audience. It's a bullshit argument. Excuse my words.
That argument from a Western argument is bullshit, he says.
I happen to be also Palestinian, come from Palestinian parents for hundreds of years, even before Israel existed.
Oh, even before Israel existed. So you admit that Israel is a fucking fabric of someone's imagination. They just fucking willed it into existence before Israel even existed. How did it exist, by the way, Naz? What happened for Israel to exist? What happened in 1948 to your Palestinian parents and family? Ya Zabr, Eid b'shaklak bi'eid.
And I can tell you that that's not how resistance looks like. And
how does resistance look like? What are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? Ask nicely, decade after decade, you fuck?
Those people should never govern. They should never be in any position of govern. This is absolutely, with no hesitation, Iranian proxy terrorism.
I don't know.
How do people not see it? That's
well, I don't know what you see of London.
How do people not see it?
And the marches that have existed here for several years now, I personally, we've obviously talked about this on the program a heck of a lot. I have been shocked by the amount of and the openness of the support for a terrorist organization.
I've been shocked by the open support for a terrorist organization. Stupid fucking Western prick.
By British people in Britain.
Me and you, brother. Me and you.
You too?
Of course I was shocked. I mean, I get the Western idea of it, which is, oh, these poor people, let's support them because they don't know any better.
What the? These poor people. Let's support them because they're dumb and they don't know any better. No, people are supporting them because they're oppressed, you stupid fuck. The same logic you use every time you want to make people sad about the Holocaust. Look what they did to us. This is what you're doing to them right now, man. They're the ultimate fucking victim. Oh, these poor people. Dude, honestly, I fucking hate this guy.
Almost racist. These protests are almost racist. And you can quote me on this. And you can
we are going to quote you, you piece of shit.
Cancel me on this. It doesn't really matter. Why are they racist? Because they have this soft bigotry of low expectations. We do not expect much from the Palestinian. So, yeah, they can kill, they can do whatever they want, they can do October 7th, and, they're always oppressed, and therefore they can do no wrong. I think that's misguided. Mm-hmm. I am Palestinian, and I'm telling you, we have done something wrong. We cannot pursue terrorism, or I am Palestinian, and I'm telling you, is oppressed, and therefore they can kill, they can do whatever they want.
I fucking hate this guy so much, man.
On this, and you can cancel me on this. It doesn't really matter. Why are they racist? Because they have this soft bigotry of low expectations. We do not.
The soft bigotry of low expectations. We don't expect anything better of them, so we just expect them to murder and kill and support terrorism. What the fuck is he talking about, man?
Expect much from the Palestinian. So, yeah, they can kill, they can do whatever they want, they can do October 7th, and, they're always oppressed, and therefore they can do no wrong.
They're always oppressed, and therefore they can do no wrong. We can continue down that line.
I think that's misguided. Mm-hmm. I am Palestinian, and I'm telling you, we have done something wrong. We cannot pursue...
Motherfucker, you're not Palestinian. Your parents might have Palestinian blood, but you are an Israeli. When you talk the way you do, you are not Palestinian.
Terrorism, or we cannot pursue this armed resistance as a way to get independence. And there is a world where we need two states for two people that are equally indigenous. That's the future we should build.
That are equally indigenous. Okay.
Not for, we want one state.
I'm sorry, guy, but Jewish dudes from New Jersey are not indigenous to the Middle East. Willie Mack is not indigenous to the Middle East. Ethan Klein is not indigenous to the Middle East. No, they're not. They just stole people's lands. You want people to be convinced that they're indigenous? Here, check like Palestine,
1948 lands. That's just never going to happen.
A lot of people say what's been happening is a genocide.
Lots of people will be saying what's happening. Look, fucking dumbasses interviewing each other. What the fuck is this? They matched the right interviewer for him at least.
That's just never going to happen.
A lot of people say what's been happening is
all the people are saying it. What do you think, you fucking dumbass? Tom Swarbrick? Fucking pissed me off. I was having a chill night. Pope Watch was nice. Now this is fucking pissing me off.
I think genocide is a very emotional, non-scientific word. If you believe what's happening...
It's an emotional, non-scientific word. Oh, I love that. I think genocide is a very emotional, non-scientific word.
Is a genocide? Then it's a genocide. I don't really care what you define it as. And if you don't believe it's a genocide, then we don't believe it's a genocide. I remember my first time going to...
He doesn't... This man who's Palestinian, who cares about the Palestinian people, I don't care if you call it a genocide or not, man. I don't care what it is, okay? Okay, just tell Hamas to put down the guns. I'm pro-Palestine, by the way. It's not a genocide.
Armenia, and everybody in Armenia said that was Armenian genocide, and then everybody in Turkey said that was not genocide. I think you'll see this debate for the next hundreds of years. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it can be said.
He's laughing about the genocide debate. Hilarious. Nas daily comedy. Is it genocide? People are going to debate it. Hey, the Armenians, the Turks, who knows?
Of course, it can be settled by judges ruling on it in the highest courts in the world.
Yeah, I used to believe that. And then I really dug deep into the United Nations, and I realized it is the least effective bureaucracy I've ever seen in my life. And there is no way I would trust the United Nations with anything. So
Yeah, agreed, but not for the reasons they think the United Nations are bad because they say that what's happening is a genocide.
I think in the last 2 years, I have lost.
Like that's why they don't trust the UN because they're calling them out on their shit. I don't trust the UN because they don't do shit.
Trust in institutions and governments. And my faith is fully in the private sector, you know, but it's not in the public sector. And you've done government, you know this.
Yeah, sure. We talk about that a lot as well. The other thing that people, of course, they say about Israel, and again, your experience is very telling in this, is that it is an apartheid state. Did you experience that? You experienced that apartheid growing up in Israel?
Yeah, I think that's bullshit again.
Of course, it's bullshit. A country that is a Jewish majority that does not allow Palestinians to return to their homeland, that is committing a genocide, that has a whole bunch of sets of laws that discourage Palestinians from returning, from being a full part of society, and that ensures that they will always be the minority, because Zionists believe that if Jews are outnumbered in Israel, that they will be killed. So they have to keep a majority for their own safety. How is that not an apartheid state?
I'm not trying to here defend Israel. I'll tell you who thinks it's an apartheid state. Let's understand them better. Am I allowed to say the B word, the bullshit?
Yeah, we can.
You can beep
do
it, yeah?
business with that.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Can I say the B word, the bullshit? Gotta speed you up, man.
I forgot. I'm so sorry. I thought it was just you and I, not audiences.
Don't worry about it.
If you believe that Israel and Palestine is one country, then in your eyes, I see how you think it's apartheid. Because there's a wall separating the Palestinians and the Israelis. If you view Israel and Palestine as two countries, then it's not apartheid. It's just a border. Like every country deserves to have a border. I view it.
Oh, he's not even talking about like Palestinians or Arabs that live within society. He's just talking about like the wall that separates them. You think Gaza is a normal fucking place?
As two states for two people, and therefore it is not apartheid. Inside Israel, there is no place I cannot go to as a Palestinian Arab Muslim. I can, theoretically get any job. I have vote that is equal to the prime minister. I can go wherever, do whatever. It is not like South Africa's apartheid. The people who say it's apartheid is the people who don't believe in two states.
You've cried out.
I know he cannot do everything that Israelis do, dude. In a lot of cases, they don't even go to the same schools because of how they're treated. Parents don't put their kids in the same schools. They don't go to the same places. Have you seen what happened to the West Bank? Just a few weeks ago, we covered what happened in to West Bank farmers and their lands being stolen. This old lady got beaten with a fucking stick. They burnt down their trees. Hidden Iron says, "Hi, DNW. Are you going to have a set streaming schedule? My YouTube notifications aren't working, but I'd love to catch 100% of your streams." Well, Hidden Iron, thank you so much for the generous dono. We don't really, I'm going to be streaming till Friday this week. I don't have a set schedule, but I usually stream at around 8 or 9 p.m. Lebanon time. The reason why I don't have a set streaming schedule is because unless I feel like I have a topic to talk about, I'm not going to stream. So tomorrow I'm either going to play Dispatch, do an H3 reaction, have multiple options. But yes, I'm going to be streaming for the rest of the week till Friday at around 8 or 9 p.m. Lebanon time. So that means 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern US. And I will try to get better at having a set schedule, but because I don't want to commit to doing a stream, and then if I find out that there's no topics, I don't like canceling streams. So I tried to announce them once I'm sure that I'm going to do them.
Doing a lot of this for a better understanding of the context, the history, the religious battles that have taken place in that region for the last God knows how many thousands of years.
Yeah.
Do you think the expression of Israel as an apartheid state, or it being
I think tomorrow is going to be an H3 reaction because their title is "It's Happening." If they're talking about lawsuits, we'll cover that tomorrow.
a genocide based on how people feel, is actually an expression of that lack of understanding?
Absolutely. I'm always shocked at how many people, when I tell them I'm Israeli but I'm Palestinian Arab Muslim, they were like, cannot compute. It's like, what? I thought it's only Jewish. People need to really dig deeper into this. I studied this for 33 years, my entire existence. I feel like I am, no, I don't feel, I know I am more qualified than the average Swedish person or the average immigrant in Birmingham. I know this conflict a lot more. And therefore, my opinion should matter more than the average.
What happened in 1948?
Opinion of just another person who happens to be Muslim and who says, Muslim equals I'm with Palestine, I'm against Israel. It should not.
Is the genocide that's happening okay right now?
Be this simple. We're not tribal.
Do you think that view comes from somewhere else? That the expression of that form of one-sidism comes from whether it's forms of extremism that exist in the Middle East that have been brought into the UK?
I don't know enough about what's going on in the UK. I know you guys have a lot of problems. Unfortunately, I'm not following them. I have enough on my own.
Sure.
But I do know that this is not about Israel and Palestine, unfortunately. I look at an average person in Bangladesh and I'm like, why do you care? Why should you care? Why does an Hindu Indian care about this conflict? Because for them, it's a...
Why do you care? Oh my God. Why does a person who doesn't live here care that the Israelis are massacring tens of thousands of people? Why do you care? Just let us do our thing, man. Just let us deal with our own problem. Why do you care? You're just living in Bangladesh. You're living in India. Dude, fuck you. Fuck you, you dirty piece of shit. Oh my God.
It's actually a religious conflict. It's Hinduism versus Islam. It's Islam versus Judaism. It's more of religious lines. The amount of times I get a message...
It is not a people that say that it's... Dude, this guy doesn't know shit about about what's fucking happening. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to fucking do with religion. It has in some sense that Jewish people think that they've been promised this land, so it's religious in that aspect. But Palestinians wanting to get their land back, if Israelis were Muslims, they would want their land back. If the Israelis were Christian, they would want their land back. If the Israelis were Buddhist, they would want their land back. It doesn't fucking matter what their religion is. They just want their fucking land back.
That says, you're a Muslim, you're supposed to stand with Muslims. We really need to stand with the truth, not with people of our fellow faith. And so I think it's gone to the religious side. And then for the woke left Europeans, it's almost like...
Woke left Europeans?
A feel-good kind of thing. I must always be with the weaker side just because it feels good to support the...
I must always be with the weaker side because it feels... He's even admitting they're the weaker side. He called them oppressed earlier. He's like, look, they're weak. The poor Palestinians. Look, I got to be with the weaker side. So you do admit that the Palestinians are the weaker side, that the Israelis hold all the cards, and that the Israelis are literally fucking massacring a bunch of poor, oppressed people with no fucking power. How can you defend this, you disgusting piece of shit? God, this life bar can't be filled fast enough.
The weaker side, but unfortunately, and I tell you this as my family is one of the weaker side, we have to do our own reforms to be able to thrive. Palestine needs there's two Palestines now. Do you know this? Okay, the average person doesn't know this. There's two Palestines. Which Palestine do you support, the West Bank or the Gaza? Because it's two different governments. They also kill each other. But the average person...
Did you say they also kill each other? What?
Palestine do you support, the West Bank or the Gaza? Because it's two different governments. They also kill each other. But the average person...
Oh my God. They're not two different Palestines. And why are they? Who made it that way? Who split them up into the West Bank and into Gaza? Who is splintering the country into little bits? Who's making it impossible for Palestinians to travel into their own fucking country? And they're going to do the same thing in fucking Gaza now. They're going to fragment Gaza even more. You have people in the West Bank that have to move through fucking checkpoints within the West Bank. Why is it like that? Why do they even have two places? Why are they split apart, ya hamar? MKMT sends $2 and says, swear more, Adam Anthony. Thank you so much for the dono. I fucking hate this guy so much. He's fucking poison.
Person in the UK does not know this.
I think you've spoken before about extremism, particularly around the Muslim Brotherhood, and the potential that kind of, and you talked about...
This guy's audio is fucking horrible.
Backed extremism, that has been brought into the United Kingdom.
Absolutely.
It doesn't wash in Arab countries. It has no place. They're designated terror group in some of these countries, but not here.
British people, UK people.
What did he say? Islam is being brought into... What? I can't hear anything this guy's fucking saying.
Person in the UK does not know this.
I think you've spoken before about extremism, particularly around the Muslim Brotherhood, and the potential that kind of, and you talked about Iranian backed extremism, that has been brought into the United Kingdom.
Absolutely.
It doesn't wash.
Iranian extremism has brought its way into the United Kingdom. Lemon Mint Cat sends another $5 donut. Thank you so much, Lemon Mint Cat. And says the demonization of Swana people is so the West can murder climate refugees. Look into Libya. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so fucked up. Everything is deliberate. Everything is deliberate, Lemon Mint Cat. That's such a good point. Thank you for bringing that up.
In Arab countries, it has no place. They're designated terror group in some of these countries,
Absolutely.
but not here.
British people, UK people, you are getting some of the most dangerous immigrants in the world. Not all immigrants, but you're getting some of the most dangerous people.
Dangerous how?
Because they're coming in.
This is by the way, you got a Muslim guy talking to a racist white dude who's already been like, we have a Muslim problem here in England. We're getting all of these extremists here. And you have this Israeli Muslim guy. Of course he has to be Israeli Muslim. Basically going along with this fear mongering, like, yeah, you're right. You're getting the worst fucking Muslims here. You're getting the worst ones, and you guys should be careful. You guys don't want any of that. He's literally stoking the fears against his own people. He's making his own people look like pieces of shit. For what? To lick this fucking guy's asshole on LBC?
The UK setting up as a base to create essentially media to destabilize the Middle East, right? It's dangerous because of the ideas being promoted. Here they can thrive because you have democracy and freedom of speech. That's great. But these ideas cannot thrive in the UAE, in Saudi Arabia, in some of these stable countries. And so you're getting the biggest destabilizing forces to live in the UK and try to destabilize the Middle East.
And the ideas are what?
Well,
so what is happening? Dreadful. We need Dreadful to tell us what is happening in the UK. Why people are all of a sudden hating on Muslims in the UK right now.
Korea?
Well, the ideas are like, first of all, like Israel and Palestine, okay? There should be no peace with Israelis. There should be one state. We should continue the fight, continue the resistance. What resistance? 80% to 90% of the Palestinians just want to live in peace, and they do not mind having an Israeli state next to them. The Palestinians, us, were suffering while somebody's sitting in London or Qatar and telling us that you must continue the resistance. What if we just want to live in peace?
Look, I do agree that most Palestinians do want to live in peace, and at this point, if you offer Palestinians, hey, would you accept a two-state solution? The vast majority would say yes. Just end the fucking genocide. Most Palestinians in Gaza right now just want to leave Gaza. They'll be happy to leave, go to any other country and just fucking live. At this point, after what the Israelis have done to them, of course, but what was he saying again?
Palestinians, us, were suffering while somebody's sitting in London or Qatar and telling us.
Yeah, why are they suffering? Why are they suffering? Have Palestinians ever lived in peace? Have they ever lived in peace, dude? That's the problem. It's just Hasbar, man. He's trying to pretend like every bad thing that happens to Palestinians is brought upon them because they broke the rules. They were violent. They provoked the Israelis. Otherwise, the Israelis wouldn't do anything to them. Everything that is happening to the Palestinians, they deserve it somehow. This is how you justify genocide. This is Zionism. They build bases under hospitals. They do that. This is the same shit we've been talking about for the past 2 years.
That you must continue the resistance. What if we just want to live in peace? So this is one of the ideas that affects me deeply. And you have many other ideas by God knows how many.
And we've let that happen. UK's
let it happen under the guise of freedom of speech, which is great. Freedom of speech is great. Here's the way I think.
Freedom of speech is great. But if there's a but coming, oh my God, can you fucking imagine? Freedom of speech is great unless, what's the exception, you Israeli fucker? Please tell us why freedom of speech is bad. Yair?
Guise of freedom of speech, which is great. Freedom of speech is great. Here's the way I think. I think democracy works. It's amazing. We love democracy. I mean, Israel.
So now you're switching to democracy. Freedom of speech is great. I mean, look, democracy works. We love democracy. Except some situations, What is the exception? Where's the but?
Israel has democracy too. It works unless there is a force that is more powerful than democracy. What is more powerful than democracy and rule of law? Religion.
So democracy doesn't work if there's religion. Okay.
So if your religion is more important to you than rule of law and democracy, which is the case for many of the Muslim Brotherhood people, then that is dangerous. And you notice every time we introduce democracy in the Middle East, the first person to win is Muslim Brotherhood or an Islamic extremist person. It happened in Gaza. It happened in Egypt.
Really? Is that what happened in Lebanon?
If you allow it, it'll happen in Lebanon. If you allow it, it'll...
Oh my God. Motherfucker, we have a kind of a democracy. I mean, we don't vote for the president directly. We vote for local representatives, and then they vote for the parliament, and then they vote for the president. Like,
happened in the West Bank.
Keep my country's name out your dirty fucking mouth, ya sharmuta.
It happened in Egypt. If you allow it, it'll happen in Lebanon. If you allow it, it'll happen in the West Bank. So we have to be careful when we say democracy.
If you allow it.
Democracy is great, but democracy is great when you believe that is the number one most important thing. Before religion.
Oof, Jesus Christ. That was annoying. We don't need to watch the clips. Fuck that fucking guy, man. Ruined Pope Watch for me. We're having such a good time with Pope Watch. Okay, we covered Islamophobia. We covered Nas. That's Nas Daily for y'all. Piece of shit, motherfucker. My ass pretty hungry. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There was one more thing that I wanted to do, kind of. We did the Pope. We're not gonna watch Willie Mack's video. We can save that for like tomorrow or some shit, if we have time. H3, or is H3 live? Are they talking about the lawsuit? Just finding out to see what's happening tomorrow. They're live. Shut the fuck up, AB. Oh, he's wearing a suit. Oh, there's lawsuit talk. Ethan's wearing a suit. There's gonna be lawsuit talk, folks. So we'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow I will do a long-ass reaction to all things H3. For now, there's one more thing we can talk about, if you guys want. Speaking of violence in London and shit, there's this content creator that got caught faking his thumbnail. He like walks around neighborhoods and tries to make them look racist or more racist than they actually are. So check this out. Willy Whack, this dude. Hey Team YouTube, instead of removing educational cybersecurity video, okay, so this guy, thumbnail versus reality. This was his thumbnail. Actually, let me show you the real moment. Like, look, there's this nice dude riding a bicycle. There's like, it's written every day is here. This is all English fonts. And then for his thumbnail, he made this guy look like a fucking terrorist, put a fucking mask on his face, turned the font into Arabic. And like, I can't discern what this is. And he says, avoid this place in London. His name is Kurt Kaz. Avoid this place in London. And making this guy, and apparently this dude just walked up to him and like was a fan of his. That's the worst part. Here.
Yeah, oh, YouTube, Facebook, all of that. What the fuck?
Here's the actual interaction with this guy.
Oh, hey, nice one. Can you pop a wheelie, bro?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Buff, you're Facebook, innit, cuz?
Yeah, oh, YouTube, Facebook, all of that.
What the fuck? Yeah, what's...
Alright, let's check.
I'll come back down.
Okay. You see, there are friendly people here too, amongst the hostiles. Oh, look.
Amongst the hostiles. We're going to watch him his video just to show you the hostiles. Basically, he sees foreigners and he calls them hostiles. Like, this doesn't feel like London. Like, what?
Here we go.
What are they?
Yeah. Nice.
So the guy rolls up to him, tells him he's a fan, like, dabs him up. The guy's like, hey, can you do a wheelie for us? Or the guy's like, fuck yeah, I'll do a wheelie for you. Goes and does the wheelie. And then this fucking dude, this fucking racist fuck, uses him on his thumbnail and makes him look like a fucking thug. Look at how he made him look. Avoid this place in London. The guy just literally came to tell you hi, that he recognized your content, that he likes you. Proceeds to make him look like a terrorist. Changes the fonts of the stores behind him to make it look like Arabic and scary because it's not in English. And then he says, avoid this place in London. What a fucking asshole. What a fucking dick. Yeah, so this guy's a South African guy. So let's watch some of his video. So here he is visiting London. It's a 37... This is all this guy does, by the way. Like, fear-mongering fucking videos. Check out his channel. Kurt Kaz. He just goes and tries to look for trouble. Threatened in the UK's worst town. Attacked by thieves in Barcelona. Kicked out of Spanish island party. Inside Germany's zombie hood. Harassed in Europe's worst city. Like, all he does, he just wants to make you guys think that, like, foreigners are making the world horrible. Guys, Metal Fingers Tattoo just became a member. Holy shit, Metal Fingers TT. Oh, is that tattoo? Metal Fingers Tattoo. Welcome to the family. Thank you for becoming a member and supporting the channel. We love you. Very kind of you. So let's watch a little bit about this guy fear-mongering in the UK.
I'm well. How are you, madam? I just did.
Communist scum off our streets!
Communist scum! My God, look at the state of this one. Sorry? What's it for? For the internet. And now it's fucking shot. Wow.
Everyone's got more rights than me.
Dude, you're shaking, man. You're shaking. Don't get too angry, dude.
Get angry.
Top of the morning to you, and welcome to one of the most messed up cities I've ever been to.
And I mean, a white South African. Like, you guys, you know what I mean? Like, you guys went took over South Africa. Racist fuckers. Basically the equivalent of an Israeli, almost. But, you know, they're more, they kind of got over it at some point.
With one of the highest crime rates in all of Europe, with about 40 knife crimes a day. Welcome to London. And today, with my new bodyguard Leo, he's going to keep me safe today. So, let's go and see what the capital of the UK is really like. Let's go. It's a funny thing, we're in central London right now, and there is a gang of drug dealers right over there, selling drugs in the open.
Like where? Like, you see that? He's just walking around. There's a gang of drug dealers over there selling the drugs. Show us the fucking gang. Where? You can't just say things and point to a wall and be like, there's a gang selling drugs. Fuck, trust me, bro.
There go the police in the background. There go the police. And the drug dealers are right there.
Where are they? Show me the drug dealers, fucker. I can walk around anywhere and I'll be like, guys, there's a drug deal happening behind me. I swear to God, man. Should I do this in like Beirut? Just freak people out?
In London. The last time I was here was about 10 years ago. And it's changed, to say the least. They got the police. Make sure you didn't post an
He's literally creating fan fiction. There's a drug deal happening right there. Nothing's happening in the fucking park.
tweet. So apparently around this Marble Arch, at night time it gets really bad. So a whole bunch of drug dealers come out and dingy boys.
Why aren't you here at night then when the drug dealers are out, you fucking coward? Look, apparently at night, I mean, it's during the day, it's in broad daylight. I don't want to get in trouble. But like at night, it gets really bad. I heard drug dealers fill this whole park. So far, I don't know if you're telling the truth. He's just making shit up. I heard that at night, it's full of fucking drug dealers over here.
He knows already, he knows. Yeah. There's something about Brazilians, but they're able to spot pickpockets wherever you go, whether that's London or Portugal or Spain, wherever it is in Europe, it's always the Brazilians spotting the pickpockets. See the police there. Yeah, they got the police. The nice thing about the UK is, I'll give them this, that filming in public is 100% allowed, not like in Germany where, oh, you can't upload, you have to ask for permission and all this crap. In the UK, you can film and do what you want with the footage, pretty much.
Great.
Following the law at least. So yeah, nobody's gonna tell me that I can't film.
He's got a fucking bodyguard with him. He's a fucking coward, man. He's got a fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy walking around with him. A whole, is this like a real umbrella or is it like a fucking weapon hidden as an umbrella?
Okay. Right guys, this is it. This is Oxford Street. The infamous Oxford Street.
He's just literally walking down downtown London. There's nothing happening. There's just some foreigners around him and he's freaking out. This is it, folks.
With the beautiful British flags draped over. Rule Britannia, the most infamous street in the UK, where about 18 phone snatches happen a day. 18 phone snatches, guys. So that happens when people are walking along the street.
18 phone snatches happen here every day. That's pretty cool.
Looking at their phone, not paying attention, and a phone snatcher drives by, a balaclava ninja on a e-bike drives by and snatches their phone. That happens almost 20 times a day on this street.
Yeah, look, Europeans, there's a lot everywhere in Europe, even in France. When you're going inside the metro in France, there's literally like automated messages that play like, hey, watch out for pickpockets. Watch your stuff at all times, watch for pickpockets. Literal automated message when you walk onto a subway train in France. Like pickpockets in Europe, it is kind of crazy, but it's like French people most of the time, bro.
The emergency services are out and about. I feel a certain energy in the air, like something's brewing.
Ator sends 100 ARS and says, make a parody on Lebanon, but with Americans and Israelites. Maybe not Israelites because of YouTube. We get it's illegal anyways. We can't even interact with Israelis.
Might be from the two-tier policing. Who knows? You and I were just discussing how here in the UK, he knows a lot of the crime that goes on to all the pickpockets, all the drug dealers, etc. Yet, the police don't take action. And I said, well, it's because he's too busy enforcing mean tweets, arresting people for tweets.
Oh, we got Drac saying over 20 million people in London. 20 phones a day just on this street, Drac. He's saying 20 phones a day just on that street alone in London. Not all of London.
Facebook as well, and Instagram. So this is #1 priority in two-tier Kiers, Britain.
Yo, we got Dr. Camille Mirab in the chat, folks. Dr. Camille, yatik al-afia. This is Joseph Mirab's brother, folks. Joseph Mirab, Kung Fu Jesus, his own brother. Dr. Camille is in the chat. Send him some love. We want W's in the chat for Dr. Camille, and also best wishes for their mom, Tante Mona, who they lost tragically a few months ago. We love Tante Mona. دكتور كميل بنحبك وسلم لي على جوزيف وبدي احكي لجوزيف قريبا بدي اسوي معه شيء. Love to Dr. Camille in the chat, folks. Kung Fu Jesus' own brother is joining us right now.
Need very careful. That's correct. A lot of nonsense. Is that so? What, do you want to rephrase a little bit, madam? Why do you think so? If you're going to chime in, I'd like an extra comment there. All right. Have a good day. Have a great day. In Soviet Britain. Psychedelic South African flag. So this must be the area of the HD TV community.
What does that mean? They steal TVs
Ultra
here?
high definition club.
You see a lot of this flag as well, Central London.
Yeah. It's to impose. It's to tell you who rules. And if you disagree, you get put in a societal gulag. As you can see, the degradation in the alleyways is prominent. The
So
decline
we're going
of
to skip the
British
part of the
society, my
protest. I want to
friends.
skip to where he gets into like the
Homeless in every
town.
alleyway, shocking, in the center of the capital of the world.
What's the story of South African flag? I watch you on YouTube all the time.
That's right. They are addicts just on center, which is according to the media, the most dangerous part of London. And as you can see, as soon as we leave the train station, it is it's an interesting place.
What? He just saw black people. That's it.
Immediately upon arrival, it smells of weed. Weed is in the air. So guys, welcome to Croydon, the infamous West Croydon.
Croydon. So okay, apparently Croydon is the most dangerous. I smelled weed. What a fucking narc. Fucking coward. Can't smell a little bit of weed. Oh, the joint got you upset. Someone smoking a little bit of reefer. Somebody token that got you upset. Little white boy. Little white boy. So he's in Croydon.
Town center, which is according to the media, the most dangerous part of London. And as you can
Look at how he looked at this black lady.
the media,
Look at how he's eyeing the black lady.
the most dangerous part of London. And as you can see, as soon as we leave the train station,
And as you can see, what? Black people? That's it. Literally normal fucking town. There's nothing going on there. It's a black delivery guy with a bicycle. I think he's black. Black lady, a couple of black people walking around. As you can see, it's fucking dangerous. Why, motherfucker?
it is it's an interesting place. Yeah, it's a lot different to where we just came from. Right, so this is in the center of the epidemic, the stabbing and crime epidemic.
This is the center of the stabbing epidemic. Let's go.
14 knife crimes a day, guys, and this is the capital of the UK. And as you can see, there's a guy already, face covering. He's got his face covered there.
Said 14 knife crimes a day here. I mean, that is a lot. Better than gun crimes. You know why there's a lot of knife crimes in the UK? Because there aren't guns. People don't have access to guns. If people had guns in the UK like they did knives, shoot, there'd be way more fucking shootings in the UK, trust me. Although, personally, knives scare me more than guns. Don't ask me why, but like getting slashed and cut kind of fucks me up. Like if I get shot in the leg, I think that would be better than getting stabbed somewhere. You know what I mean? Like shoot me in the leg or something.
It's the capital of the UK, and as you can see, there's a guy already, face covering. He's got his face covered there. Very strange, antisocial behavior.
I just want to say, Nomadic Velocity says, Buenas noches, chat. Love y'all, can't be this angry. Good night, Nomadic Velocity. Sorry for pissing you off with this video. I'm sorry. Everybody said, we got WeChat in the house. WeChat.
Very, very strange. He'll be walking around, covered up from head to toe, covering your...
So who's covered? Dude, he's cold, man.
Very, very strange. He'll be walking around, covered up from head to toe.
He should be killed.
Covering your identity. Why, you might ask? Anyways, lots of, how would you put this? Ethnic supermarkets and stores.
What? He can't, what? Lots of, how do you put this, ethnic, is this Nido? Guys, this is Nido. We got this shit in Lebanon. We love Nido. Ma Nido sarul kbar. It's powdered milk. Nido.
Lots of, how would you put this? Ethnic supermarkets and stores.
Disgusting, huh? Dangerous. Meat Master. Look at that place. Meat Master. Sizzlers.
You won't find a,
Lots of ethnic shops here, folks. Lots of ethnic shops. Disgusting.
British pie shop around here.
Oh, no, dude, the less British food available, the better. Nobody wants a British pie shop. No one is asking for fucking British food. British people don't even want British food. That's why British people eat Indian food all the time. They eat kebabs all the time. They just eat anything, but the only good British food, I'm sorry, is like English breakfast. An English breakfast, like some beans, some toast, some sausages, that can slap. Anything else, you know, yeah. Y'all motherfuckers live off kebabs and Indian food because your food sucks.
So, Check it out. This is
More
it.
ethnic stores. Look at these blacks right there in front of me.
I don't think we're going to get a lot of confrontations when I'm rolling with Leo. Hopefully not, at least.
Oh, so he's claiming that people aren't attacking him because he's walking around with a bodyguard. Well, do you see anyone else around you getting attacked or getting confronted?
See the years and they're like, okay, they think twice.
Let's see.
They think twice. Yeah. But yeah. The vibe is hello.
Shanna says I redeemed myself because I said that your breakfast is nice. It is. You do have nice breakfast. You do.
The vibe is interesting. You can feel it in the air. There is a sense of how would you put this?
What? I can feel it in the air. The vibe?
Yeah. The vibe is hello. The vibe is interesting. You can feel it in the air. There is a sense of
minorities, ethnics, brown. I sense all these brown people around me. I can't. How do you call it? You know? Something weird. It's strange.
How would you put this? Oh, that guy's just rolling around with carcasses. Nice one, man. Just in
What?
the open.
Okay,
Your
that's
kebab,
fucked up.
2 chicken kebab. Nice, make sure it doesn't. Oh, nice. Rubbing
Oh,
against
the meat's touching the pole.
Lamp pole there.
Bro, okay, that's fucking funny. What the fuck are you doing there, man? How many food violations is that?
What a place, man.
He's carting around raw
If you were to
meat.
drop me off here without knowing, I would not think this is the UK.
What? Okay, that's fucked up. That's funny right there. Aitor sends another super chat. Thanks so much. It says, obviously not with true citizen of the Empire. Use your gang DNW members to act like the Empire. Say something about their selling fentanyl or Republicans. Maybe some H3 fans, DGGs invading Lebanon. Citizen of the Empire. Use your gang DNW members to act like the Empire. Say something about their selling fentanyl or Republicans. But are we talking about... Who are we talking about? I don't think I understand what you're saying. Let me go back to your previous one. Can I find it? Oh, make a parody about Lebanon, but with Americans and Israelites. Okay, so in the parody, obviously not a true citizen of the Empire. Use your gang to act like the Empire. Say something about selling fentanyl. Hey, I mean, we got other problems than fentanyl. What do we sell? What's the drug that they sell here? I forgot what it is. Fuck.
So lots of gangs, lots of drug dealers hang around here.
What's the thing that they accuse like Hezbollah fighters of sending into? They sent a bunch of drugs like in apples or in fruit or whatever. What is it? Captagon. We got Captagon here, man. Yeah, we don't fuck with fentanyl. Captagon, baby.
Man, it is, yeah. What's going on? A white guy. That's crazy. Hello. Oh my God, first white guy I saw. Oh, yeah. 2 white people.
Shocked to see white people.
Probably Polish. What is this? Naan bread. Supermarkets.
Naan bread. What is this? Naan bread? Oh, those fucking Indians. Jesus. So the guy sees anything that is not British pies and he's gonna complain about it. What a fucking pussy.
Huh. Man, just taking a look at the scene just in front of you. Does this feel like the UK? Just taking a look at the scene just in front of you.
Look, a Muslim woman, a black woman. Does this feel like the UK to you?
Does this feel like the UK?
What is the UK supposed to feel like? Please tell me.
So here in London, the native British population is a staggering 38%. And the rest is, well, from everywhere else.
Where are you from, motherfucker? So only 38% whites is what he's saying, and he's sad about that. You know what I mean? Too many browns, too many non-whites.
Arabic restaurants, kebabs.
North Star Radio says this would be the cleanest, safest city and street in any American city. You know what? I believe that, North Star. I believe that.
Supermarkets.
Chris sends another $2. Thank you so much, Chris. You're going crazy today. Say take him to Su'ul Ahad just to watch his reaction. Oh, man, dude, let us take this. I would love for this guy to come to Lebanon. I would love for this guy to come to Lebanon and watch him walk around with his fucking bodyguards. Where should we take him though? You think Su'ul Ahad? I think there's more dangerous places.
My goodness, and down here, the estates.
We'll take him to a Hezbollah stronghold.
Residential areas. This guy's having an argument with a bus. Jeez, okay. What's up? Okay.
Like this guy's telling him, like this guy's hype, like giving him a thumbs up. He's meeting fans, like he's only having nice interactions with people.
What's up? Okay.
You want to take him to Dahia?
He's a friendly. Okay.
He
so
does seem like a Zionist, so let's take him somewhere that is not Zionist friendly.
This is it, guys. The West Croydon Town Centre.
No whites around. So dangerous. Literally, he's literally walking around a normal fucking town, just vlogging himself, walking in the street, and trying to make it seem like it's the most dangerous place on earth. And how many millions of views this? Now people are attacking him because the tweet went viral of him changing the thumbnail, etc. This has 2 million views. Yeah, everyone's letting him have it, letting him know. Like, sad to see you turn the bicycle, they turn you into a grifter, but they're calling you lame. Incredibly dishonest content, you should be ashamed. Kind of sad to see that bicycle guy get painted as a criminal in the background. He seemed nice and cool. Dude got scared because a fire truck drove by. Talk about trying to manufacture a story. What a total sham. Bro's using AI. Kurt got a lot of friendly interactions in an area that he tried to paint as hostile. He's a tryhard. He cut the thumbnail part out. Oh, he cut the thumbnail part out. Holy shit, he did that? Yo, he cut it out. He cut out the part of the dude getting up to him on the bicycle. Oh my god, what a fucking asshole.
The proper one coming.
Did he?
Yeah.
Like that.
No. Already some
No.
very interesting characters.
It's here. We'll get to it in a second. AC says for anyone not English, there's a Marks and Spencer's there, which means it's actually a better off area usually. That's so funny.
Friendly place, not a friendly place.
Wandering Beatles, how did we get to watching this? We got to this because we were watching Nas Daily talking about like the UK being dangerous. So I remembered this topic of this dude trying to paint like London as really like racist, as really dangerous and stuff.
Jesus. Okay.
Okay, there's one homeless dude on the street. That's pretty... Okay, that's sad
Wow.
for him.
Wow. Wow. Where are we?
Like Westminster, huh?
Yeah, same.
Dude, the fact that he has a bodyguard walking around with him, he's such a coward. He's such a coward. Literally broad daylight, man.
Almost at a loss for words. So apparently, this is a place where a lot of acid attacks occur. So for all my US viewers, acid attacks are very common here in the UK. So what they do is they get a bottle or container of sulfuric acid and throw it in the faces of either their enemies or anybody that they don't like. So it scars you and permanently.
Oh my god, dude, this guy's grift is so fucking lame. He literally just goes to see, he's like, here on this street, there's been 14 knife attacks here. People love to throw acid in your faces, Americans. You hear that?
Permanently ruins your face. Terrible stuff. Very evil inventions that they have come up with to cause harm to people that they don't like.
Months ago.
A couple months ago?
Yeah.
That was over there?
Yeah.
My goodness.
People, like the guy was passing the car, put this window down, and they throw the...
Drive-by acid attack. Just a couple of months ago back then.
Drive-by. Did you guys hear that? There's drive-by acid attacks here. You should be terrified. Never come to London. Never come to London.
He always telling me. Unfortunately, a lot of natives end up on the streets addicted to spice, to alcohol. So the
What does it call them, natives?
day goes by, the more people start to drink and yeah. Well, then don't come into the frame. Just be friendly and you'll look good on camera. Just smile and wave and everything will be fine. Then you'll come across in a positive light.
This guy even
afraid
like
of the camera.
He's angry. We can record whatever we want.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
You know, it's weird. If you don't want to be on camera, you just act normal. But as soon as you start acting the fool, you're going to become the star of the show. This is an interesting site. This is something very important. So, as you guys know, they love their... Oh, becoming the star of the show again. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, sorry, so sorry. Here in the UK.
Also, okay, so the guy who did the wheelie earlier, I think just... Okay, I want to...
Yeah, oh.
There he is.
Right. So, the hostile vibes have begun. Whoa, nice one. Can you pop a wheelie, bro?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Buff, you're Facebook, innit, cuz?
Yeah, oh, YouTube, Facebook, all of that.
What the fuck? Yeah, what's...
Ah, let's check. Okay. You see, there are friendly people here too, amongst the hostiles. Ah, look, there we go.
Amongst all these hostiles.
Yeah. Nice one, man. My goodness.
Okay, let's just go back a second. I think we missed like a fun interaction.
London is the most surveilled city in all of Europe. So everywhere you go, Big Brother is watching. So they hate the cameras, but they're being filmed 24/7. So Watch what you do in the UK because Big Brother is watching.
What are you doing?
Filming. I'm well, how are you?
Are you fucking well?
I'm fucking well. How are you, madam? I just did. In the UK, you're allowed to film, madam, for your information. Yeah, doesn't look like it.
No,
Looks more like 45.
You got the husband.
She's cheating on a man.
And she's the only person that was rude to him was a white lady. By the way, dude, she was white. The only person who cursed you out was white.
So, here we go. How's it going, buddy? You fine? Why? Because I can.
So he's provoking people. Like, he's walking up to this guy. He's like, hey, buddy, how's it going? And the guy's like, why are you filming? And the guy's trying to turn it into a confrontation. What, would you have a problem with me filming you? I'm allowed to film you here in the UK. Like, dude, fuck off. This dude was minding his own business. Look at that. He's literally going to start this confrontation with him.
So, here we go. How's it going, buddy? You fine? Why? Because I can.
So he's like, hey, how you doing, buddy? The guy's like, why are you filming me? Why? Because I can. So he's literally trying to start a fight with this guy.
You don't like the camera? That's your problem. Yeah.
You see, he's the only guy causing trouble. Like, he's the one being an asshole.
You too. You too.
The guy just walked away from him.
So, the hostile vibes have begun.
The hostile vibes have begun. And as soon as he says that, friendly ass dude comes over and gives him a fist bump. What a fucking dumbass. What a fucking clown.
They are nice people. Amongst oh, he's checking us out. Menacing. 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 There he goes. There he goes. So it's characters like this that live amongst us that are just ticking time bombs. You know.
Kate from Canada sends $7 Canadian. Well, thank you so much, Kate. And says, I've walked around East Hastings in Vancouver as an 18-year-old. This guy is a... Is that little kitty cat? This guy's a fucking coward. This guy is a joke. We've all walked in more dangerous places as children. And this guy's got a fucking bodyguard and he's still scared shitless.
Sorry? What's it for? For the internet.
You're going to show me the internet?
Yes.
What's the channel?
Kurt's Cats. You too.
Oh, so this guy... Okay, so this guy just fist bumps him like, hey, what are you doing? At the beginning of the video, look at that. Let's go back. We're at 32 minutes. At the beginning, he edits this guy in to try to make him seem hostile. Look at that. Look at that.
My God, look at the state of this one. Sorry? What's it for? For the internet.
You see that? He cut off the part where the dude just like, oh, all right, cool. All right, cool, mate. Enjoy. Literally, what a piece of shit, man.
Characters like this that just hang around.
Show me the internet?
Yes.
What's the channel?
Kurt's Cats. You too.
Look at that. This guy's such a dishonest fucking prick.
No, you get characters like this that just hang around these city centers that are just ticking time bombs, just waiting to erupt.
This normal ass town with these normal ass people that fist bumped him and were very nice to him is apparently ready to erupt, folks. This place is on the verge of going crazy with crime.
So, the more we hang around the town center, the more of these interactions will take place 100%. Oh, there's a menacing gang of them over there. I see them coming up.
Where's the menacing gang? Who? These old people?
Just got to watch your back over here in a place like this.
Oh, these youngsters. That's the menacing gang, guys.
Boys. What's up, man? How are you? You fine? What do you want to say? Go for a camera. You have something to say?
Well, just some video.
You speak English?
Yes, I speak.
Okay. Where are you guys from? Afghanistan. Okay. Afghanistan? Okay, where? Kabul?
Yes.
Okay. How long in the UK?
4 years.
4 years?
4 years.
Okay, okay. You like it? You like England? No way! No way!
How you doing, man?
No way, man! That's crazy, bro! That's crazy! Bro,
wait, I'm talking to these Afghan terrorists. 1 sec.
Work with him.
They're all being so nice to him. Like, everyone's being so nice, like welcoming, fist bumping him, like thumbs up to the cameras. He's trying his hardest to make these people look bad. He's like, you guys from Kabul? Where are you guys from? You speak English? Yeah, right, Shanna. You speak English? What the fuck, man? Everyone's being so nice to him.
That's crazy, young. No ways, man. That's crazy.
That was the menacing gang, folks. That was the scary gang. They're like, oh yeah, we're from Afghanistan. We like it here. It's nice.
You're good, man. Nice to meet you.
I used to work with this guy in a hotel in Berlin, and he told me that one day he's going to go to London because he likes London. And look at this. How did you find me? You just saw me?
Now here right now because I'm always here. We go up
yeah?
right now. You know, we went to the mall right now.
Was denkst du von hier? Das ist ein Scheißdreck, oder?
I don't stay following Freunde.
Well, let's watch him in a supermarket.
Perfect.
Look at all these products. What is that?
Hotel reception. Oh man,
crazy, bro.
Funny, dude. It's so crazy. So this is a perfect display, a perfect example of a low trust society when your Red Bulls need these security tags on them because there is such a bad problem with the shoplifting in this country. And people...
I mean, bro, you got to check out America. Not like... I know the shoplifting isn't that bad, but like they have everything behind cases now. Not everything. Like the deodorants and a lot of stuff that you got to fucking get the guy to open the thing with the case. So they say shoplifting is bad, but it's because the economy is bad, man.
They get let off as well. A lot of the times they steal and the security just let them go out with it. It's mental what's going on here.
Dude, a security guard is not going to risk fucking getting hurt for a can of Red Bull.
Yeah, changed so much. What was it like 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago? Was it safer?
The government now. Government's all foreigners, dump.
All foreigners, yeah?
Yeah, dump.
To dump. Are you from this area?
Yeah,
You're from
born here.
You're born, you're a local.
I was 62 years here.
Wow.
Seriously, 62 years. And now it's fucking shite.
Wow.
Everyone's got more rights than me.
Everyone's got more rights. Oh, it's same thing as America. Well, anyways, let's hear his conclusion. Well, guys, we've spent the day in this dangerous town.
Natives, the locals, they've had enough. Yeah, things are at boiling point. Some say there is a civil war brewing in the UK.
Oh, civil war.
A lot of racial tensions, a lot of political tensions. Yeah, doing a vlog. Hi guys, take care, take care. Or some
more waving at nice people. Tell us again why this place is so horrible.
Uber Eats and Deliveroo workers, legal or illegal? Who knows?
Oh yeah, of course, illegal workers. Who knows? Always trying to fearmonger. Can't give anyone the benefit of the doubt.
North Face ninjas on the corner, out and about, just being a menacing.
Dreadful. What do you mean there's no civil war? That's what the guy's saying.
Presence. Just lurking.
That's not fucking nice. They don't supposed to be doing this stuff.
Doing what? Doing what? I'm allowed to film in public. Yeah, you too.
What you are doing is wrong.
Says who? Says who?
Says me.
Oh yeah, you're the boss. Well, then don't act the fool. Now you're the star of the show. Go tell the cops it's legal to film. You know that in the UK you're allowed to film in public. Yeah. I don't have a life. Yeah, sure. Star of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Star of the show.
What a dweeb, man. This guy's such a fucking loser, dude.
You like the camera, but you act the fool in public. And now she's gonna be famous. Famous on YouTube. It's funny, they don't like cameras, but they live in a country where cameras are allowed. Make it make sense. Why not move
They're not making YouTube videos out of it, you dumb fuck.
I don't know. Another place where cameras aren't allowed if you don't like it. Rush hour, West Croydon train station.
Look at all these black people. Anyways, H3's live right now. What do they do?
End it on Monday. I said, no, Elo, we don't have a show. I need one more day to tell our people.
So we'll react. If H3 talks about the KC-tron lawsuit, I will react to that. Tomorrow, we will make it an H3 episode. I want to try to start playing Dispatch. Trying to figure out what channel to play it on, so that's coming soon. Thursday, Nour and Karine are coming over for a team episode. We're going to be doing a tier list for American holiday dishes. Christmas, Thanksgiving, all your favorite dishes. We're going to rank them as Lebanese people. What do we think of stuffing? What do we think of your holiday hams? What do we think of your collard greens? Whatever the fuck it is, we're going to rank it, okay? Give you our Lebanese perspective. There's also a Lebanese stand-up comedian called Mario Mubarak who made a joke about Jesus last week, and now he has a bunch of people like threatening to kill him and stuff. So I really wanted to make a video about that, but there's a lot of like Arabic videos to react to. So I might just film that as a separate like video and upload it as a VOD, but I really wanted to talk about it and show Mario my support. I wanted to talk about it today, but it's just a lot of Arabic, and I didn't feel like translating everything for you guys. So I might just do that video for my OG Arabic viewers as a VOD. I'll try to film that sometime this week. Thank you to everyone who signed in. Dana says, can you do some Lebanese dishes for Christmas too? We can try. We can try that, but like we eat a lot of the same stuff that Americans eat. Like in Lebanon for Christmas, we just eat like a turkey and a lot of charcuterie for the most part. But yeah, we will try, Dana. Thank you for the suggestion. Folks, we love you. Thank you so much for tuning in today for this fun live stream. thank you for joining me for Pope Watch. A little bit different than what we do normally, but I wanted to talk about it. So tomorrow, live stream reacting to the H3 lawsuit stuff. Thursday, Nour and Karine are coming here for a tier list. I will try to put up a VOD. Also, members are getting an exclusive live stream. Dispatch Gaming, lots of streaming this week. Okay, lots and lots of streaming, guys. Lots of streaming. We got lots of streaming. Okay. Ugh. I'm tired. Good night, guys. Good night. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. See you tomorrow. And as always,